I need that sports encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you. Coach JB Show.
What up? We are in the building. It is Work Boot Wednesday. Strap up your hard hat, tie up your work boots, pull up your big boy pants. It is grown man time on the realest show on planet Earth. Don't miss it. Breaking news, obviously. We're going to talk about it. It's already on the thumbnail. Shout out to Bailey in the background. Smitty will be in here in a second. Smitty. He'll be in here in a second, and we'll dive into this whole breakdown on what's going on in the sports world, plus real talk news as we always do. So this show is powered by BetUS, so make sure you head on over there and use the promo code Coach JB. Tell them we sent you. We need more subscribers over there telling them that we sent you. So also, if you want a man cave, a coaching room, office, or what have you, skyboxsports.com. Use my promo code Coach JB. You need a ticker that's behind my head for your office space. Head on over to skyboxsports.com. The Steelers are trading the George Pickens to the Cowboys for apparent draft capital, a third and a fifth rounder. To me, that's a Chico stick and some string cheese, as you know I love to say. This is addition by subtraction times 1,000. The Cowboys can't handle CeeDee Lamb. They can't handle Micah Parsons from doing a shitbird podcast. And you think that this is now the third shitbird and they're going to be able to handle him? Dallas has still done nothing. Am I the only one tripping here? What have they done to replace Zach Martin? Oh, they got a guard coach, a rookie. Yeah, expect a lot from him. Where's the running back? Where's the run game? What have they done up front on defense? Who's in the back row? Diggs is still hurt, by the way, and isn't he still a liability even when he's healthy? Oh, Coach, he'll get 7 picks a year. He'll get beat on 12 touchdowns a year, too. But time will tell. We'll find out. The Steelers basically either told Aaron Rodgers, this is your team, by trading Pickens, or they told him to kick rocks. They need a running back. They need another receiver or two. They need O-line help, aging defense, and they're depending on a 42-year-old quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers, not buying it. Mike Tomlin, I believe in you. But this is starting to become more interesting in Pittsburgh. I have a theory when it comes to the NBA. They are just soft pussies with absolute zero killer instinct. That's my theory. How many big leads have you seen by the number 1 or number 2 seeds this playoff season? Celtics, Cavs, Thunder. Warriors almost blew it last night. They sure tried to fuck it off. There is zero killer in these cats. These athletes have become so coddled, so overpaid and uncoachable. How many missed free throws have we seen that would have sealed games that they've missed? By the way, hitting free throws is part of having a killer instinct, just FYI. The lack of fundamentals in professional sports are glaring, and it means you are unprofessional at being professional. Coaching is a lost art. We can't coach anymore. These pussies with player empowerment have absolutely ruined the NBA. Timberwolves head coach Finch called Anthony Edwards out last night, and I can't wait to see how this plays out. But what do I know? Let's dive right into it. We got a loaded show. Monte Ball, Wisconsin legend, NFL great running back. Rick Kamla, NBA TV, going to join us. We're going to talk all things NBA playoffs with an insider, plus Monte Ball, the pride of McPherson, Kansas, another great Kansas running back, will join us. So strap in and let's get into it. But before we begin, my main man, Far East Sider 317, LeBron Hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, and Caitlin Clark jocking, Fox Sports' very own Big Smitty joins us on a Work Boot Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, what's going on, y'all, man? We live, man, right now. Hump day, middle of the week. JB already started off the show with some BS, but we're going to dive into that a little bit later. But what's going on? One BS with our young Belly in the background. My white boy to my right, your left. And people in the chat like Yvonne Balls Dillinger, Big Jim Slide A, Michael Partingham, Cambray R, Matthew Byer, TPB, J. Silly, and Justin Kovenig. We about to turn up, y'all. What's going on, Jason? We alive, homie. We alive, homie.
Why Coach JB shirt at him?
We alive, homie. If you watching this show right now, if you can hear this show, if you can move your limbs, if you can take a deep breath, then you are this right here. You're blessed.
Do a deep breath again.
Excuse me.
Do a deep breath again. That shit sound like you need re-blessed. That shit sound like you're dying, homie.
Sick, homie. Pray for me.
I put life on your desk, but god damn, that shit sound like
and I have avoided to take medicine. I bought some medicine, but I have not taken medicine yet. I'm trying to let my body naturally just recover, and it's taking a little longer than I'd like it to do. So we'll see.
You eat all that shit, all that fast food, homie.
Now, my wifey cooked last night.
Don't say last night. It acts like it covers up for every other video you've done for the last 6 months on Instagram, homie.
You be watching my videos?
Yeah, I watch the video. I like them too.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
I don't watch the whole thing. I just hit like, so you think I looked at it. You know what I'm saying?
You already said you liked it. Too late.
Huh?
You already said you liked it, so it's too late. You can't go back.
Like it. I did like. I hit like the heart button.
You said you watch it though too. You already said it.
Well, I wanted you to think I do, so I hit like.
But you're not a liar though. Your dad injected truth serum into you when you was a kid, so you can't lie. You're
a listener. You're not just a hearer. Good job. Monica McNutt. What's her name?
Say it again.
Monica McNutt.
One more time.
Monica McNutt.
There you go.
She got the curly little.
Yeah. Used to hoop, I think. Smooth brown.
Yeah. She's illiterate.
Why you say that for?
She shouldn't be on TV.
Why are you saying that right now?
She said 4 things this morning that literally makes 0 sense and no grammatical check at all by ESPN. It was unbelievable. It was embarrassing. I felt bad for her.
I actually like the fact that they're like not trying to correct it because she's like in her bag. It's like real.
It's ghetto then.
It's authentic. Me and you, we mess up every single day. So,
but we're not a synthesized show.
It don't matter.
We're supposed to do this.
We try to live up to be that. We don't do it.
I would say 99% of our fuck ups are actually designed. And you know that. You and I actually design
95, not 99.
Yeah, but she said that Anthony Edwards is the most clutchest performer in the NBA. Homie, I was embarrassed, homie, that they allowed that to go down.
Homie, we messed up. I mean, other day I messed up.
No, you don't do that on ESPN, though.
Other day, I think I messed up. I said dismay the other day. Like, we all make mistakes. That's not a big deal.
Dismay.
I know I messed up. I said dismay. So I'm saying
I said dismay too, but it don't matter.
You know, it's all good. Exactly. It don't matter. That's my point. You know what she meant.
Yeah, because I'm not DEI. Let's dive into it.
She's the hoop. You know more about hoop than you, homie.
Show me your shirt again.
Yeah. I feel
before I even dive into the show, I got to get right into the. It's crazy that you like. It's funny that you wearing that shirt.
God is good.
Like, God is good. Quote of the day. I want to just get right into it because I want to get to contrary to belief because of your shirt.
Okay.
Quote of the day, real quick, brought to you by BetUS. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win a war.
Ooh, that's deep. That's super deep.
You may have to fight a few more battles than you really realize, homie, to win a war. I'm just telling you.
And when you say battles, y'all, it could be mental battles. It could be just certain struggles that we all have. We all have vices, whether that's it could be lust, it could be lying, it can be discipline, lust.
Why lust?
Watching porn, not being loyal to your girlfriend or your boyfriend, husband or wife.
If you bring that up specifically, I wanted to know.
That is something that, I mean, think about it. We talk about it all the time, man. We go on social media, go to Twitter. First thing we see is corn everywhere. Corn with a P everywhere on social media. Go to Instagram, girls showing their body off. It's everywhere. So what happened?
I know why T. Haywood is defending Monte McNutt.
Why?
Read it.
McNutt hopped at Maryland. That ain't DEI. Shout out to Monte McNutt. I want to make sure if this gets clipped off.
Wait, read it again, homie. What'd you say?
T. Haywood said McNutt hopped at Maryland. That ain't DEI.
He what?
McNutt hopped at Maryland. That ain't DEI.
That's why we know I'm trying to break a curse. It's called generational curse. We're trying to break it here on this show, man. And got fucking idiots like that just don't get it. But anyway,
CTB.
Who's down me? Somebody calling me already.
CTB, homie.
Huh?
CTB.
Contrary to belief, I don't like the word. I don't know the abbreviation. Contrary to belief, Smitty, because you got that shirt. Show that shirt while I read this quote.
The whole time?
Yeah. I'm not blessed because things went right. I'm blessed because I got fight.
That's crazy that this happened. That's insane. Right-handed guy, I did not see this.
Look at that, Paris.
This is crazy. Bow your heads, homie. God, we just want to thank you for bringing us here together this morning.
Baby Jesus.
We want to thank you for just providing us with the strength mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually to come together this morning, Lord God. I pray that you bless everyone who's listening to this show, who's watching this show. Bless my co-host, JB, whatever he's going through. My young producer, Bailey, in the background, and myself as well. I ask that you please heal me of this sickness so we can get back to being 100%. But beyond that, we just want to thank you, Lord God. Thank you for the ability to hear, listen, breathe, talk, move our fingers around. And thank you for this moment. We understand that nothing happens by itself. It happens for a reason, and it's a season for everything. And it's a reason you put this shirt on my body and that it connected to the contrary to belief. I don't know what the reason is, but you did it, and we want to thank you. In Jesus' name, pray, amen.
Amen. Please bow your heads. Dear baby Jesus.
We just prayed, huh?
It's a separate prayer. Dear baby Jesus.
She did it in one.
Thanks for everybody out there, including Monica McNutt. Monica McNutt. And for all of her defenders, Lord, let them know that ignorance is life-threatening, Lord. And when we have people in here who defend her and then come out and say, she hopped at Maryland, she's not DEI. There is why life in general, Lord, needs to be appreciated more, Lord, because ignorance is life-threatening. And we got to break your generational curse, Lord, that you put over this man to defend her for being illiterate on national television. In your name, Jesus' name, we pray. We'll be back here shortly on Work With Wednesday. Your name, amen. Let's dive into it, Smitty. We got
you ready to get the show going?
Huh?
You ready to get the show going?
Yeah. You did a great prayer. I had to top it. Let's get into
you like counteract everything I prayed for.
Huh?
Like God was about to bless us again, and then you messed the whole thing up.
You got the blessed shirt on, homie.
I'm gonna probably be sicker longer now because of you.
You got the blessed shirt on. You got the blessed shirt on, homie. It's ready to go. Your shirt's we're gonna fix everything. We got let's dive right into the poll question. You already heard what I had to say to start the show. We saw what's going on. Major news is going on out there, breaking news, blah, blah, blah. Did the Cowboys just become a contender, Smitty? That is what the poll question is.
They did not become a contender, but they did get better. Sometimes, and you said it before, sometimes your best players are shitbirds, and you need them. You need them. That's why every team makes sacrifices to get them. That's why you see these players who have crazy backgrounds and situations off the field where they get chance after chance after chance because of how talented they are. George Pickens, to my understanding, hasn't had any off the field trouble. Nothing that comes to my mind. It's just that we don't necessarily like all the yelling and him spazzing out on the field, the fights and stuff that he does, little stuff we hear or see on the sideline. But at the end of the day, man, his talent is undeniable. And he's really never had a quarterback for real, like throughout his career. I guess last year he had Russ, but again, this Russ isn't like the Russ that was in Seattle. We can all admit that. Him getting with Dak, say what you want. He's a really good quarterback, especially in the regular season. He has the ability to get you the ball and to make sure his receivers get yards. And with CeeDee Lamb being on the opposite side as well, with him being 1A, now you're 1B. You're probably going to be, well, not probably, you're going to be going against the number 2 corner every single week. I like that matchup with George Pickens 9 times out of 10. So I think this is actually a really good move for the Dallas Cowboys. They get another offensive weapon to help, drive that offense along, help out Dak. I think they have enough veterans, in that room to keep Pickens in check. I know you mentioned that what has the Cowboys done? They didn't replace Zach Martin, didn't do this, but I know you mentioned in your opening, but to me, they did. They went and did it through the draft. Yeah, he's a rookie, but I mean, at one point, Zach Martin was a rookie. Like, the one thing the Cowboys do well is they draft offensive linemen well, at least in the most last 10 whatever years. It feels like they always just draft well when it comes to offensive linemen. So I'm gonna continue to trust them with that until they show me otherwise. If I'm not mistaken, and you guys can fact check me on this, I think they got Miles Sanders at running back in this offseason. Again, I'm not saying he's like, oh my God, he's amazing, but I'm saying again, they're addressing the needs. They're addressing things that they need. So I feel good about the Cowboys. You checked your watch, and I'm gonna let you go.
No, I wasn't checking the watch for you. I was checking the watch because you said you trust in the Cowboys and you O-line. Continue to trust in what their moves have been.
O-line, yes.
You said moves. You say you trust him and you're going to continue to trust them
until they show me otherwise. And I was talking about their offensive line.
Offensive
line. I said offensive line.
Until they show you otherwise. And I was like,
offensive line, though.
Been 30 years since they won Super Bowl.
Offensive line. What I said specifically. Make sure you
what did they show them? I listened, but I think you tried to twist it on us.
No, go back. We can factor cap it. I guarantee. I bet you any money. I know what I said.
The Cowboys are a joke. Okay. They're the laughing stock. They're right there with the Lakers now in professional sports as a team that has so much money, resources, ownership, lore, and continue to do stupid shit and get older on their roster instead of younger at key spots. They're old up front. They cannot replace a Zach Martin with a rookie. They gotta, by the way, the rookie's probably not going to play center, right? He's going to play guard. So they still need a center. And the O-line is controlled by the center. And so they're not even come close to replacing Zach Martin, number one. Number two.
They got Tyler. They got
what?
Who they got, baby? They got Tyler Booker. They got Tyler Smith, who's been there, and they got Tyler Guyton. Dogs on that O-line. But continue.
With 0 running backs. So listen, man, they got a lot to do. Yeah. Their D-line is very overrated. They can't take on the run. They're horrible against the run. They have a prima donna pass rushing defensive end / outside linebacker who they can't even control him to get him to focus on the game itself instead of focus on the opponent on his show the next day. This is a very bad roster. I'm just going to tell you. It's a bad roster. And I mean this, nucleus-wise. Of course, there's talent. There's talent on every NFL roster last time I checked. But nucleus-wise, I can't wait to see this thing right here come together. I don't see it. Not with a rookie head coach, homie, which you all mention. None of anybody's mentioned that they have a coach who has yet to ever manage a roster of this magnitude with a bunch of fucking prima donnas. Yet to rouse. What's he going to do? Call his daddy, homie? You going to call his daddy and ask him how to coach? Like, hey, dog, Jerry Jones, time to shit to get off the pot. If this is the move you think you made to shit, to get off the pot, you're crazy as hell. You think Dak Prescott's going to manage those wideouts? He can't even manage CeeDee Lamb alone. And is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to be worth the $65 million? Homie, this is just a flash in the pan trade, Smitty, to appease the fan base. At the end of the day, you really didn't address anything in the core of what needed to happen to win a title. They did not close the gap on Washington. They did not close the gap on Philadelphia. So, because just real quick, only good thing about it, Darnell, is that they only got rid of a third and a fifth rounder.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I would say.
Okay, so it's a good trade then, right?
I don't know if it's a good trade, but we'll see. Addition by subtraction. Same thing as Diggs. I mean,
you're the top tier receiver for Chico Stick and some string cheese. We haven't even seen the best of George Pickens because he ain't had no quarterback. That's what I'm excited about. And now you're again, he went from being 1A with the Steelers to 1B. And you keep saying Dak can't control CeeDee Lamb. What has CeeDee Lamb done? What's he done? Why do you keep throwing that shitbird out? CeeDee Lamb ain't no shitbird. He ain't did nothing.
What's he done?
He's a wide receiver. Every receiver got a little diva in them at times, but
what's he done?
Caused no problems, no issues. He ain't really did nothing.
Why are you worried about that? I'm talking about what's he done.
I'm calling out everything though. CeeDee Lamb has been a 1A receiver. That's what he's done.
But what's he done?
He's been a 1A receiver. That's what he's done. I don't
like he didn't playoff last year.
He has done his job. That got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah. So I thought he was.
He got hurt. I'm saying a receiver is a dependable position. You can only do as much as you possibly can do. CeeDee Lamb has done that. He's improved every single year. He's a 1A receiver. And when you think about some of the better teams, most of the really good teams have two wideouts. You mentioned the Philadelphia Eagles right there in their division. They got two really good wideouts. They have that. So, again, I think they got better. Do I think they're contenders? No, only because their division is like, at least with the top two teams with Washington and Philly are just so good that it's hard for me to just put Dallas above either one of them. I can't. Philly won a Super Bowl last year, so of course they're the Kings. And Washington was right there in the NFC Championship with a young rookie quarterback who, I mean, you would imagine would only get better. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I can't put the Cowboys above either one of them. The only team I can put them above right now is the New York Giants. And I think even they got better. So it's a tough division, but this was a good move for the Cowboys. Point blank period. You couple that with the draft. They answered their needs. Are they amazing at running back? No, but they got some cats. Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams. Like, these are guys who have proven to make plays and be solid backs in this league. I forgot they picked up Dante Fowler Jr. on the defensive side, and they re-signed their D-tackle Osa Odigizua to a 4-year extension. Couple that with Michael Parsons, who's the face and the leader of that defense. Like, as long as they stay healthy, these guys, the Cowboys, is going to be a hard out every single week. It's going to be tough to make the playoffs because, again, their division is so tough. But this right here, if Dak stays healthy, this offense, I expect them to be rolling.
Yeah, offense means nothing. D-line and DBs are horrible, and that's the number one and two things we talk about.
D-line is not horrible.
It's not very good. They can't stop the run, Smitty. Stop. They can't stop the run.
They just re-signed their D-tackle, who's a top half D-tackle. They got Dante Fowler, and they got Michael Parsons, homie.
CeeDee Lamb, by the way, to me, I'm just going to be real, is very overrated.
That's fine, but I mean,
he only ties in the NFL for drops every year. He had 9 last year. He had 9 again, another 9 drop season last year.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Is what it is. Keep paying him.
Rookie year, he got 935 yards, 74 catches.
9 drops.
79 catches, 1,102 yards. Third year, 107 catches, 1,359 yards. Fourth year, 135 catches, 1,749 yards.
How many drops?
He only went down a year because the star quarterback got hurt. Still got 101 catches, 1,194 yards.
How many drops?
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. 6 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns.
How many drops?
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. At receiver, numbers don't lie.
How many drops?
Receiver, your numbers is what you're doing.
I know I got like 2 viral videos where he's dropping wide open touchdowns and shit.
I mean, I can always find a few plays here and there. I can find plays in your career where you threw some ball into the ground. I'm sure we all got those low lights. It's been time where I've gotten drove back before as a D tackle. It's happened before. Very rare, but it's happened.
Actually, numbers lie all the time. By the way, you can't come on here and say numbers don't matter and then numbers matter all of a sudden.
Like wide receivers?
Which one is it, receivers? No, numbers, period. wide receivers. What do you mean?
Numbers, yeah.
Don't.
Numbers,
So if I throw Tyreek Hill a bubble screen and he goes 80, what stat line is that for?
For him and the quarterback.
So the quarterback, did it lie or no?
No, it didn't lie. It didn't lie. No, but again, I always say context matters. But what I'm saying with the receiver position, stop being confused. With the receiver, you know football, Jason.
I'm far from confused, homie. I'm asking you a question. You lying to everybody in public.
Stats matter more. It's receiver.
You're lying to everybody. Why are you lying?
If a receiver gets 130 yards in the game, he balled out. It ain't no way around it. He balled out. There's no context. The context don't matter. Whether it was a screen, whether it was a deep ball, whether the corner fell down, it don't fucking matter. I still caught the ball and I got the yards. At receiver, the stats is pretty straightforward. There's other positions where maybe you play D-line, maybe you go a whole game and you got 2 tackles the whole game. But if you watch the film, you like, damn, you was dominating up front. You was causing havoc. You was causing the running back to cut back, bounce back into your help side defense. Like, there's different positions where different context matters. Yes, Jason.
So you're a believer in the Cowboys all of a sudden?
No.
Oh, that's what you said. All right.
I didn't say that. You just don't know how to listen.
Yeah, you said
when the show is over, just go back and listen to this whole like A block and like really focus. Don't be looking up nothing on Google. Don't be texting. Just 100% focus on what I said and like take notes.
Well, you don't answer the questions that I ask, so then we can't go back.
You said, are the Cowboys contenders? I said, no, Jason. They are not contenders, but this move did make them better. And then I went along to explain how they got better. But again, you don't listen. I do this shit at a high level, Jason. Been doing this long before you. When you was coaching and you was at high school and you was at JUCO and you was busy trying to be a fucking entertainment star or whatever on Last Chance U. And coaching those boys, I was doing this TV shit at a high level. So I've been doing it for a long time. You can't get me. You can't outdo me, out-wisdom me, outsmart me. I know how to answer questions, and I answer them well. Contrary to belief.
I literally do it every show. Let's dive into something I want to show you real quick because it's got me irked. I'm very pissed off, and I'm a guy that you know very well, Smitty, that loves these animals. But this irks me real quick. In between sports talk, I got to give you some real talk. Go ahead, Bailey. Show this fucking mockery.
Hello. I've been hearing about this guy.
Right, so I'm going to ask you, because they moved each to a different state, and I know that I'm sitting around people, and I just want to make sure they're okay with this.
So the supervisor already talked to everyone and explained everything, so...
It's gonna be fine. Everyone wanna be close to Charlie. Everyone, even me.
I just don't want it.
It's happened. What's my city again? Yeah, job.
Hello, welcome.
First of all, what's that tattoo on her back? That's pissing me off.
I don't know. Fuck.
Second of all, you notice they said that we talked to everybody on the plane. Everybody's cool with it.
I'm gonna call ICE.
It's because they're all white.
What?
She said, or he said, we spoke to everybody on the plane, and they all cool with the dog.
That's why you call ICE.
They're all white. Ain't no brothers on that plane. Ain't no sisters on that plane.
You don't know that. There's a lot of
big ass dog, homie. This is just as bad, if not worse, than you bringing your nasty, stinky dog to a restaurant where I'm trying to eat.
Thank you.
Just as bad, homie.
Something we agree on.
This is actually worse because like it's a long plane. Like this is like an international flight. Look at the plane. This is a long 10-hour boy.
First of all, I would protest the flight. You have no muzzle on this fucking giant giraffe. I don't know your dog. I don't want your dog near me. I'm the biggest dog lover there is in America, and I'm not going to allow you to walk your big ass dog down the aisle at me with no muzzle on, and I don't know you because I don't want to fuck your dog up, which I will do, or you up.
What you will do?
I don't understand. I mean, like hopefully she has a man with her or something that I'll fuck him up.
Yeah, I know you, man.
I don't understand, homie, how this is being allowed. We've taken the privilege again, homie. Give an inch, take a yard. We've allowed the privilege of this so-called service animal bullshit routine that we want to use to take our dog to the store and take our dog to the doctor's office and take our dog to the restaurant and take our dog to the fucking dog. Do you imagine me walking my fucking 250-pound pits into every fucking restaurant in America and act as if I'm just okay? It's all right. It's normal. I don't want your dog around me. I don't want him around kids. Dogs aren't supposed to be in the public for everyone to consume, homie. Just FYI. Love your dogs in private, homie. Take them around your friends or homies. Let them be cool. Fucking kick it at the house or whatever. Stop taking it on planes and shit. Put that big motherfucker to sleep. Put his ass in the below in a crate like they used to do, dogs, and fly, and the dog wakes up and bam. By the way, dogs don't like flying. They're anxiety-driven animals. They do not fucking handle it well. It's a new environment for them. So put them to sleep, let them fucking wake up, and he won't even know what happened. He'll be in fucking Aruba.
Look how big his dog is, though. I don't think you understand how tall.
Yeah.
It ain't like the dog can just fit. He can't fit on your lap. Like, he's taking up, he's either going to A, just lay in the middle of the row, or B, he ought to stand up tall in the seat, and he right in front of me while I'm trying to watch the movie and relax. Go ahead, Jason.
But I can't take shampoo on the plane. Fuck!
Ain't no damn sense.
Fuck! I can't take my lighter, homie.
You can't even, homie. You can't even bring a bottle through security. You can't bring a bottle through security. Sorry, you got to throw that Gatorade away. Fuck. Sorry, that deodorant is more than 3 ounces. Sorry, that toothpaste, that tube is too big. You might put some drugs in there.
I'm gonna blow the plane up with this.
But you can bring a dinosaur on the plane, though.
Fuck,
Make
man.
it make sense, homie.
I'm okay with bringing a puppy, homie. If you're transporting a puppy you just bought, because I ship puppies when I sell them. When I had, but they're like puppies, like they're in a fucking, and they're in something.
Yeah, they're in a little thingamajiggy. I still don't love it, but at least I can like live with that. This right here, come on, homie. I'm tired of these motherfucking dogs on these motherfucking planes.
I'm tired of dogs everywhere. I love them to death. They're my favorite thing in the world. I don't want your dog, homie. I'm telling you, is even he was even tripping like, damn, you're mad. I had to tell a broad yesterday, homie, at the store. I don't know your dog. And she looked.
He be talking like he a real like pimp. He said,
"Hey,
I told the bride the other day."
She looked at me though. She looked at me like appalled, homie, that she let her dog sniff my leg.
Right.
And looked at me when I said, "I don't know your fucking dog." Like I did say it like that too, because I'm tired of it, homie. I'm so fucking tired of your dog in the fucking grocery store, homie. When I'm trying to get fucking berries.
Was she white?
Nah, she was like Mexican. I'm just tired. It's all everyone, dog, homie. There's a lot of sisters out here walking dogs in stores too now, homie. I've been seeing it.
I ain't seen it.
Oh shit!
Not in my hood. I'm just saying, not in my hood.
Yeah, homie. I'm tired of dogs in the fucking store, homie. I'm telling you. I'm calling them all out. Don't bring your dog around me. I'll fuck around and I'm. Anyway.
Name the top 5 spots that you should not bring your dog at right now. No order. Go.
Restaurant 1. Doctor's office 2. I've seen that happen now all of a sudden. Grocery store.
Yep.
Mall.
Ooh.
Don't fucking walk your dog in the mall, homie. I'm tired. I don't want to walk in and go grab me some fucking t-shirt. And I got to move around and wait for the fucking dog to sit in the line, homie. No, seriously. Dog's in the line, homie, at the mall.
That's insane, homie.
But restaurants 1. It's sickening to me.
And then number 5, airplanes.
And then 5, I was going to say transportation. I don't want to see on a bus. I don't want to see on a fucking plane. I don't want to see on a fucking in a cab and an Uber. None of that shit, homie. Fuck. And then they clean it up. And by the way, I just found out something. There's apparently a restaurant, homie, that allows dogs, and they call themselves the dogs. What is it called? Fuck, I forgot the name, homie. You probably heard of it. Dogs. What's the show, homie? What's the restaurant out here? California has it for sure. I don't know. Dog. It's something dog, homie.
Let me see.
Somebody will know in the chat. Fuck. The dog restaurant, homie. What's it called? fuck?
Let me see. What's it called?
Lazy Dogs. Thank you.
Lazy Dog. Ain't that a hot dog spot?
Homie, Lazy Dogs is a real ass restaurant, homie, and you take your dogs to it. And apparently, Smitty, no bullshit, they got a fucking whole sit around area where you sit your dogs and they sit there to talk, like play. Motherfucker, my dog will eat every one of your dogs. There will be a whole fucking scrap. Like, I do not want to fucking see your dogs at my restaurant, homie. And I'm just gonna start bringing Ash around. Fuck them. I'm just gonna start bringing Ash around, homie, everywhere. Fuck it, and just let them fucking just rip dogs apart. Anyway, let's go.
You'll probably go to jail, but that's cool.
Nah, because we're all allowed to have our dogs out, homie. Mental health.
But they can like file a lawsuit if your dog eat their dog.
I got better lawyers.
You do got some good lawyers. I can't wait till we get done with the other stuff. But keep the train rolling, Jason. Keep the train rolling. What we got next, homie? You all right?
Fuck. Nah, I heard something crazy. What'd you say?
Let's go to what's happening now, homie. Brought to you by Bet US TV. Go to Bet US TV right now and place your bets, watch your content, and do all things sports at Bet US TV, the #1 gambling site, #1 TV, #1 just place to be if you're watching this show. Bet US TV. Go ahead, Jason. What's happening now, homie?
Well, something that I miss in life.
Okay.
Something that I miss. I just miss it. I love them. I miss them.
I'm excited. It must be some deep stuff.
I wish that I could actually just have these people.
Okay.
Lesbian says she doesn't want to be gay anymore after Walmart released its new Pride Month shirts, including a Homo Estás t-shirt. Homo Estás?
I'm gonna lie.
Walmart really making me not want to be gay no more, she said. We can go ahead and skip Pride Month, the woman said. Looks like Walmart is playing 4D chess here. Show the video, Bailey.
Not even gonna lie to y'all. Walmart really making me not even want to be gay no more. We could just go ahead and skip Pride Month because
the B shirt was kind of clever. Other than that, though,
What B shirt?
Keep going. Right there. It's kind of clever.
Lesbian.
Yeah, it's kind of. I give them that. It's kind of clever.
I miss lesbians, homie.
You miss them like they're extinct. Like they just.
Well, they're not the same now. Guess what they call themselves?
What?
Studs.
Nah, studs always been out.
Nah, but they took it too far, homie.
No, studs are the women who like.
I know. I get it.
But who are the studs? Who's their girlfriends? The lesbians.
But I'm saying though, the lesbians used to just fuck with lesbians, and they used to be bad ones. And we used to try to
I still know. I know some lesbians.
You still what?
I still know some lesbians. You just not outside no more because you old.
Yeah, I used to throw dick to dykes. I just
You threw what at what?
What's up?
I'm talking. You threw what at what?
What are you talking about? I'm trying to figure out.
You threw something at somebody.
I throw dick at dykes. I'm just trying to figure out why. What happened to him? We went through them yesterday. What was it? Gender queer or trans queer? Or, I don't know. It's asexual. There's all kind of new shit. Transgender cis or something.
I was teaching you polyamorous the other day, I think.
Yeah, there's all kind of new shit, and I think it fucked everybody's brains up. And now the lesbians lost their mission statement.
Oh shit!
Like the lesbians' homie mission statement used to be like. Let me pull it up. JB's definition, mission statement of lesbian. Let me pull it up, homie.
So you gonna cut it? Just start it right when he said the lesbians lost their mission statement. Just cut it. Start from there and then go for whatever you about to say. Cut all this out that I'm saying.
Here's the thing. The mission statement for lesbians used to be: we allow dick, don't prefer it. We lick cat, we love it. Threesomes are our thing. Now, homie, the mission statement's totally been changed. I don't understand. What's going on?
What is it now?
It's now everyone's everyone, all inclusive. Boys can play girls, girls can play boys in sports, in life. And now we're studs. No, you're not studs, homie. Lesbians used to be bad bitches. Like the baddest bitches were lesbian. Keep it funky. The baddest bitches at the club were lesbians.
Dancing on each other, you know what I mean?
Anyone in here from LA? Anyone in here from Long Beach? Anyone in here from LA? Peanuts used to be a statewide spot. Cats would fly in to go to Peanuts, homie, back in the 90s. In Long Beach, Peanuts. All lesbians club, homie. All.
Suburban kids said, on the ghetto, that's true.
We was in the fucking parking lot, homie. Just plucking at them.
Parking lot pimping?
Plucking at them. All badass fucking.
But the problem is you was wasting your time. Then none of them want you.
You crazy as fuck.
They lesbian. They won't women.
That's the good part about it. I've had so many, Smitty, like, I got to be, man, take this dick. And she's like, give me that dick. Oh, you right. I missed it.
Don't do that no more.
You right. I missed this. You right. I missed dick. I need this dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, dick this dick. Like, you don't want that pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying too. And you really, and that's a bitch is like, yes, you right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say what she said, but like, you know what I'm saying? No, like, you right. That pussy don't do nothing. That taco on Taco Tuesday don't rub me right. You know what I'm saying? I need that pogo stick, that hot dog. Like, you know, she all that little shit. You know what I'm saying?
Where you put that thumb at?
And you know the bitch had no hair.
Right.
Ursula.
Super short hair with the earrings in.
But Ursula was the baddest bitch. Tongue ring pierced, nipples pierced, clit pierced, thigh. Oh man, I miss lesbians.
You were thinking about it for you having a flashback.
Hell yeah, man. I miss fuck. I met this short hair bitch in Long Beach, Nova. Yeah, because you put that Novocaine on your dick.
She's super freaky. Nova?
That Novocaine. That Novocaine on your dick.
Damn.
Really? Yeah, numb your shit.
Is that good or bad?
Short, blonde, naughty head, homie. Thicker than a Snicker. God damn, that bitch was bad. Met her at a bus stop. Scooped her up in an old Mustang, homie.
What do you think she's doing now?
She probably got 3 or 4 kids, probably hoeing. Let's dive into, we got a lot going on, Smitty.
Can we go to black people shit, white people shit next?
Yeah.
Let's do it, homie. Wonder Bread.
It's me.
See what we got, homie. Pranking the Google Maps car. Google just posted the results. Oh, so that picture will be in the Google Maps thing, I'm assuming. Let me see. They zoom in like a motherfucker. I had to be an easier way to do this.
That's crazy. I don't fuck with Google Maps, homie.
They super like. But this is how they're able to like. They have to actually have drivers go through, so they're able to like scan the actual places to have it on the map. And they must have saw the car. Oh,
crazy.
Man. They're pretty smart to even know to do this.
So now you got fake shit out there.
I mean, this, like, yeah, but like if you're using Google Maps, you're using it to get around in directions. This is just something that like funny for those who's driving in that area. If they type in like 4735 Hancock Avenue and they're driving down that street and they look to the left, they're like, what the hell is this picture? What's going on here?
Technology is fucking is scary, homie. It's stupid. I don't like it.
You don't like technology?
I'm just telling you, dog. Yeah, if I was Trump, I'd ban social media for a year.
And then we'd ban him.
I told you already. I didn't say
even the far right wasn't like that.
I didn't say YouTube. I'm just saying social media. Get off your phone, homie.
I don't know. I said even the far right wasn't like that. That's how we consume all our information, homie. Nobody watch the news.
I thought it was fake. You said get off Twitter. The number one news source in the world, Twitter. You said get off of.
I didn't say get off of it. I said be careful believing everything you see, because you understand everybody has a phone. So as much as there are some real sources and real news, there's also a lot of people that we have in this chat who don't have an avatar, who go on there and they put out LeBron's been traded, and you will see it, and you NBA Centel. You see these pages and you believe everything you see. So just be careful.
That's what I'm saying. That Ball Nuts page or whatever, that dumbass that came at me while back.
All Fact Sports or something like that.
Yeah, stupid ass shit. But you motherfuckers actually believe them and follow them, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's crazy.
That's the issue. That's the problem. Do we have another one, Bailey? We got some BPS.
Do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower, even when we're following the diet than our white women counterparts. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Homie, I ain't gonna lie, this has to be like a skit. This has to be like a Key and
Nah,
Peele.
it's real. It's real, homie.
It has to be a Chappelle show or something.
Nah, it's real. Yeah, it's real shit that happened. I remember it came out.
You remember like when it dropped live? You remember when it like officially dropped the first time it dropped?
I watched a show.
Oh, okay. So what is the show about? Just so I know. Like, what is the show about, just in general?
Fat bitches.
Every episode is about fat women?
Huh?
Every episode is about fat women? Every episode?
Fat bitches. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say this.
Remember, there's difference between women and bitches.
You gotta be careful. You've gotten in trouble using that bitch word recently, so just be careful.
I haven't gotten in trouble at all.
Well, you got pressed on me by a grown ass man.
I never got pressed at all.
Forced an apology on you, so just be careful. If you guys don't remember, go to Monday's show. But anyway, if she is being serious, I'll say this.
She's
finding.
What am I really saying? I'm sorry, sir. You're right. I'm sorry. I lost credibility like a motherfucker.
You would've.
Got me fucked
You
up.
was wrong though. Like between me and you, like brother to brother, calling him and his wife a bitch is crazy.
I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen me
way
say it.
more friendlier than I would have been.
I still haven't seen it. I
don't care about it no more. So
did you go back and watch it?
Right hand of God, I didn't.
I don't think I said that.
Because like the one thing he tried to find on me was I said his son wasn't that good. Bro, listen to the segment.
Have you noticed he tried to find something about everything other than his son being a shitbird?
Because he really didn't find nothing for me. I didn't say nothing. So
Well,
like
that's what I'm saying. He was reaching for everything.
I said he's probably not even that good right now.
I gotta go watch.
These kids ain't did nothing yet, is what I'm saying.
I gotta go watch Friday's show. I gotta go watch Friday's show. Is it Friday's show, Bailey, that it was? When I gotta see what I said, because I think I said bitch made cats or something. I'm gonna find out though.
Bailey has the whole clip already cut. If we want to pull it up and just watch it.
He's got Monday's clip. I'm talking about the actual.
He got the main one, I think. Bailey a bad boy.
I don't know if I said that like you a bitch or bitch made or I don't know. But I would love to hear.
Him a bitch.
I said the mom and dad's bitches. I that's hard for me to believe. I don't think I would have said the mom's a bitch.
I don't think you literally said the mom is a bitch. I think you said like they. The parents are some bitch, like something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I said the coach and everybody on that panel.
I love how you trying to like break it down. Like it's like you know you said bitch, you just don't know in what way you said it.
But I'm telling you, there is different context to it.
Bailey gonna show it during commercial break, and we can all like watch it, read it, and we'll decide what you said, and we'll respond about it afterwards. But
I think you're more mad about the white moms, homie.
Yeah,
I think he's using that and using the bitch thing and acting as if I said you're a bunch of bitches and white moms. That's what I think. I can't wait to hear it. You guys will hear it right after this as we take a 4-minute break. We'll be back on the other side with Monte Ball and Rick Kamala, NBA TV. On the other side.
But before that, though, shout out to me. They put me back on TV the other day. If you guys didn't see it, check it out.
Everybody been saying that.
Sure. Only championship contenders are allowed. Thank you to our security. Very, very important. Security, really, really undervalued part of the lounge, we got a hookah today.
I need to get a shot at our security.
We need to pull out.
Get a shot of D-Nail. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in, D-Nail. Yeah, I need to get a full. We got the scanner here. Let them in, D-Nail.
I hate when they scan me. What am I bringing in here?
Ain't no telling. We just letting go. All right. Oh,
do you think the Nuggets series will be a short series?
The Nuggets series, I do believe it'll be a short series. I think
we gotta close it down. No more entries.
No more entries.
Thank you. Coming up, AJ Brown won a ring.
Don't let her in.
What a ring and
I couldn't get the thing at the end. I got pissed off. Just threw it, homie. Got pissed off. So shout out to my Speak family, man.
They clowning you, homie.
We back on TV, man.
You shouldn't even have did it.
A lot of times when you just like
no integrity,
with energy, and you just good at what you do, things just happen. So
they slapping you in the back of the face, homie. I'd go in there today and demand that you got a spot on the show or you're walking. If you got real, you know, some Halliburton balls.
Yeah. Pause.
You walk in that motherfucker and say, stop fucking with me, or I'm going straight over JB show, and we're gonna kill your show.
All I'm saying is this: every Monday, your boy might be in the Truth Lounge, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
What is that? Is that a new deal?
It's a new segment, the Truth Lounge. Paul Pierce's name is The Truth. It's called the Truth Lounge, where he goes in, and certain teams and players are not allowed to come in depending upon their performance that week.
You can pay for that?
Players are allowed to come in. I am the bouncer. I determine who can come in and who has to leave.
You
I
get
kick
paid
them
for
out
that?
and bring them in. Huh?
Pay extra for that?
We'll go to commercial break right now, y'all. And make sure you watch this commercial. And when we come back, we're going to talk about, did JB really call the parents a bitch? Stay tuned.
Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Star recruit Trey.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Just hit Illinois with the all-time disrespectful
it's not
pump
all-time.
fake. All-time disrespectful pump fake. Take a listen. Check this
It's not a pump fake.
I like to make my decision that I've been waiting for since I was in 7th grade when I got my first offer. I'm going to stay home and go to Illinois.
Wow, if only you could see my face in studio.
That's why I hate white moms.
This is
What?
This was super corny. Like, this is beyond corny. This is BC. This is beyond corny. And I blame the parents and the family members all surrounding them who decided to be a part of this and not check their son, their nephew, their brother, their uncle, whoever his connection is. But hey, bro, this ain't it. This is disrespectful. And it's not funny. It wasn't even executed at a high level. Even if you're gonna go that route, they ain't even do it well. The audio sucks. You didn't hear anything really. The setup sucked. He didn't even wear the hat long enough to add any sort of suspense. The whole thing was just shitty. He shouldn't have did it in the first place. Number one. Number two, the family should have been like, nah, son, that's not how we do it. We respect those teams that gave us a scholarship because we understand that it's a limited number that each program gets, and it's a privilege and an honor for them to even receive that, regardless if you go to that school or not. I got one scholarship, homie. Thank God for that. I thank Ball State for the rest of my life for that. And any other offer that I would have got, I would have been the same amount of gratitude. So that should have been there. But then last but not least, if you want to be an asshole and do what you did, at least do it good. It wasn't even good. I couldn't even hear what you said, young man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I blame him, but he's the kid in the room. I blame the adults more than him, way more, because it should have been an OG in there who should have been like, nah, bro, come on. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. You want to do something fun and creative? That's cool. Find a way to do that in a way that's still respectful to the other schools. All this, you ain't even that good, young man. You ain't even did nothing yet. Let's go see what you do at the next level. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad you're on that. I'm glad you didn't defend that. Fuck.
I don't know why you even said that. Like, why are you even leading with that? I don't defend everything.
But y'all want us to respect this fucking generation. Y'all want us to respect these bitch-ass motherfuckers. The parents are straight bitches. They actually allowed this to happen, as you just said, obviously in a much better and nicer way. This is so like, this is why you need JUCO. This is the kid I need to take to JUCO right here. This is the kid I need to put in football jail with me. And everybody on in that screen are absolute jokes. They're fucking jokes, homie.
That's his coach on the far right, I think.
The guy on the right's laughing.
That's his coach, ain't it?
These motherfuckers clowning and shit. I don't know who they are, homie. I don't give a fuck. This is what's wrong with these kids, homie. These motherfuckers sitting around them. Like, they think that shit's cool. If I'm Billima and I call Rule up and say, hey, dog, listen, I'm going to turn him down, and then he's going to come to you and turn him down too. The men need to start making an example of these bitch-ass kids. And that's just the fucking truth of the matter. Billima should not take them. I mean, Rule should hit up Billima. Sorry, I said it wrong.
Yep.
And say, hey, you know what? I'm not taking him. And then he's going to come back to you and say, fuck you. Like, that's what needs to happen, homie. Like, that's the truth. And this is the problem overall. This is the big picture of the problem. This kid is going to transfer right now. This is crazy stats, Smitty. The average kid from high school that enters college football on a football scholarship will transfer 3 times. I said it wrong. Mm-hmm. I said it right, but let me give you the percentage on that.
Do it again.
What do you think the percentage is that a kid now will transfer 3 times or more once he leaves high school and enters the Division I scholarship world? What's the percentage that a kid will transfer 3 times or more?
20, 25?
60. Homie, 60% you're going to
Without a doubt, it's Compton in the house. Without a doubt, it's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
Compton in the house, without a doubt. Oh, we're live? What happened? All right. Listen, I'll address the elephant in the room. I want to be a man, and I want to address what I've done. I want to apologize for not apologizing. You fucking bitches. Shut the fuck up. You are. If I said it, it's true. Get the fuck out of here. You allowed it, homie, not me. Shit. Get the fuck out of here. Not my fault. Shit. I just call it like I see that motherfucker. No offense. Don't you look? No offense. The bottom line is the truth is the truth, and it fucking hurts. Oh, well. Shit. I apologize to motherfucking nobody. It ain't gonna change nothing. Are you gonna forgive me and be fucking okay and act as if it didn't happen? Shit. It happened, homie. It is what it is. Live with it or don't. It don't really make me none. I ain't gonna fucking lose no sleep over it. Shit. The fuck out of here with that soft story shit. I'm so fucking tired of this sob story. You've been called worse, homie. You've been called worse. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all been called worse. Stop. We've all been called worse. Don't act like it's such a big fucking deal. You motherfuckers act like that word is a fucking big ass fucking, oh, motherfucker, please. Anyway, move on. Change it. Shit. That's all I'd say. Change it. Yeah, I don't apologize. Got me fucked up. It is what it is. Doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. Doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. Don't mean I'm a bad guy. Shit. And Keith, Fat Keith, shut the fuck up. You thought I was going to fucking apologize? Shut your motherfucking ass up. Before I call you one. Soft motherfucker. Big titty bitch. All right, let's move on, man. We got a lot to discuss. Smitty will be here after he shits. I miss lesbians. That's number one. Out the gate. Miss lesbians. Love it. God, I miss throwing dick to dykes. But, hey, it is what it is. You guys fucked that up. So, unfortunately. It's time to light a stick. Drink some yak. Get it back cracking. It is what it is. Thank God that a lesbian came out and said she's done with Pride Month. Man, unfortunate part is this is Pride Month in Long Beach. I'll be on the yacht all weekend. And it's Pride Month. So, fuck. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Only part of that I was upset about, only part that I say, okay, I didn't need to say, I used the term assholes when I was describing the action. And you could take that and manipulate it and say I called his son an asshole. But if you really listen to what I said, it's the action. I
didn't say they're bitches. I just listened.
But my entire take, I don't regret nothing I said. Yeah, I quickly said you ain't that good, but then I followed it up with saying, like, ain't none of y'all that good. You gotta show me, which is what I knew I said. But sure, if you want to be technical and break down every single little word, sure, I said he wasn't that good, but I don't take none of that back because you gotta ain't no high schooler that good. I know a lot of high school players who was really good at high school, went to college, you never heard from them. Literally, I'm sure barely know people, UJB, we all know people who was in high school who was like that guy, go to college and don't do nothing. So my point of saying is, ain't none of y'all that good. You got to show you who you are. So I think I said what I said. Go ahead, Jason.
They showed a commercial. I didn't say they were bitches.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I stayed around for a minute. That's why I was a little late coming back. I wanted to hear it. And
I didn't hear it.
You said verbatim, and I quote, "The parents are straight bitches." With a capital B.
I mean all parents.
Oh.
Any parent that allows this. So never said their name. So I don't know why
any parent that allows this.
Why are they so offended? I
don't know. I just know in the hood growing up, and things have changed now. We're in different climate where people, everything's real loose now. You can say what you want, but growing up, when you call somebody a bitch, you got to be prepared to throw hands. It was pretty much immediately.
No doubt.
And I was raised too as a young man. Don't let another man call your mama, your girl, your wife a bitch either. So
me too.
Right. So that's it.
But also where I'm from, the real hood.
Yep. Starting
none won't be none.
Okay.
So that just is what it is. And then when you do start something, guess what?
It's gonna be something.
And I'm right here for it.
Okay.
I know what I said. I'm not backing down from it. I know what I said. That's the real hood. So
in this example, who started? You said starting none won't be none. Who started in this example?
They started it. They let the kid throw the hat.
Gotcha. Did they let him or did they tell him not to do it and he disobeyed him?
Both ways. Either way. It's all their fault, not mine.
All right.
Yeah. Actions create what? Consequence.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was waiting for you to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway, clearly I didn't say it, so we replayed it. I'm clear. I'm good. He owes me an apology now. Let's dive into the show. We got
Jayden Daniels, man. Quarterback, rookie superstar. Jayden Daniels, my brother's teammate, Shaun today, has gone viral with fans confused about why his mother is third wheeling his dinner date in Miami. Check this out. There you go, man. Boom, boom. I'll show you any. Taking his pictures. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna say this. Stay out this young man's business. This is the one thing about being rich and famous that I really don't like, and which is why I don't want to be that famous. I think you get to like get to a certain level big enough to where I'm making a certain dollar amount, and I'm cool with just capping it off. When you too famous, you can't do anything without people being in your business, recording you, etc. We don't know what he got going on. You don't know what this girl is, what situation is. Like, who cares? This is mama. Who know who this girl is, whatever. Like, we don't know. She could be like, it could be like an interview. They interviewed him earlier to see if she could be like his assistant or his manager. Or I'm saying there's so like we don't know the details. So at the end of the day, like, chill. And Roberto, I'm not famous. I'm a Z-lister. So I'm good. I like being a Z-lister. I can move around the way I want to move around. But stay out of this man business. Go ahead, Jason.
I know
you know the mama, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I know mom and pops.
Yeah, you know the parents. So yeah, go ahead and jump in.
Gabe Davis was released by the Jaguars.
That just happened?
Huh?
That just happened?
Yeah.
Who you think gonna pick him up?
Steelers.
All right, go ahead. What's your take?
Aaron Rodgers, Steelers.
What's your take on this?
Huh?
What's your take on the topic that I just read and set up?
You said it perfectly. So now let's talk Gabe Davis. You think he can end up in Pittsburgh?
I don't know where you're going to end up. I don't think the fans even care about Gabe Davis, respectfully. Real football fans know who he is, of course. We know he's a good – real football fans, we know who he is. We know Gabe Davis. We know he's a guy. But most casuals don't know who Gabe Davis is, so it's not really a good topic. It's not a sexy enough topic, and right now we don't know, so there's nothing to really talk about. And you need to be careful drinking all them energy drinks because it's not good for you at all, and I told you that 1,000 times.
What happened?
And I told you we are a Red Bull show. I'm trying to set something up. You need to stop drinking that 5-hour energy on our show unless they're going to throw some money. If they ain't throwing no money, then we don't stop drinking it.
Red Bull's even worse. Hey.
Stop saying that because they might bring some money. You just chill out.
Gabe Davis with Aaron Rodgers and – I don't mind it. And Lazard. Because you know Aaron Rodgers bringing Lazard everywhere you go.
Lazard and then Buddy gonna come out of retirement.
Cobb.
Yeah, Randall Cobb. Those guys.
Mercedes Lewis.
Those is guys. Mercedes, he's still playing, I think, too.
I know. Exactly my point. Mercedes stay with Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, he's left him, though. He's moved around without him.
I know, but he bring him back. Shit.
He still can block his ass off. That's a big ass dude, man. That's a big human being. He like what, year 19?
Shit, yeah, Long Beach
Well,
Poly.
he's doing more impressive than LeBron, low key, because he's playing football.
Poly's finest.
Man, I guess we don't want to talk about that. We'll keep this thing rolling, man. You said this earlier in your teaser. Minnesota Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch calls out his star player Anthony Edwards for his performance or lack thereof in game 1 of this second round, man. Check this out.
You mentioned kind of the energy, the spirit starts with Ant. Is that something that you and he talk about maybe ahead of game 2 now? Is
no, I mean, what is there to talk about? I mean, you're the leader of the team, and you got to come out and set the tone, in all ways that happens. And if your shot's not going, like you still have to carry the energy, So, I don't think there's. If I got to talk to guys about having the right energy coming into opening second round game, then, we're not on the same page. So
I'm agreeing with him 100%. We know Anthony Edwards is my favorite player in the NBA.
Do we have his response though? Before you go
ahead.
Do we have Anthony's response? I just want to know if we have it. Now, don't show it yet. Let Smitty respond to this, and then I want to show Anthony Edwards' response.
Oh, they said we don't, but if you do see a link, JB, I'd agree with you. That would be good to have. I didn't know if he had a response or if he spoke first, but if you can find something, that'd be dope.
There's a response. Go ahead.
But yeah, just listen to Chris Finch's side. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's common sense. Anybody who plays a sport, you have to agree with this. If you're a leader of a team, it's the playoffs, biggest games, biggest moments of your lives. You shouldn't have to tell nobody to bring energy. And for whatever reason, Anthony Edwards was definitely flat in the first half. Like he said, his shot was off. I think he was like 1 for 11, I want to say, in the first half at a certain point. Had like 3 points. And listen, I get it. Sometimes it's also off night. it wasn't due to lack of attempts. He definitely was trying to get active, but for some reason he was a little flat. Now, second half, I thought he picked it up, started getting to the paint a little bit. Shot started to knock down. Got the free throw line a little bit, but it just too little too late. And yeah, I mean that's a big time win for the Warriors. Also, you guys got to remember, Steph Curry got hurt and went out in the second quarter. He had a hamstring strain and did not come back. That's a kind of a separate topic. I'm curious to see like how that injury affects him or how much time he misses. But the fact that they pretty much played an entire game without their superstar player, had to change their offense around to where it went through Jimmy Butler, that's a big time win for the Warriors, and I would say a scary loss for the Timberwolves, where it's like, damn, y'all lost at home game 1 with no Steph. I don't know. That's not a good sign. So shout out to the Warriors though. Shout out to Steve Kerr, because hey, when you lose your superstar player, I lean on coaching. Like coaching, you have to make immediate adjustments to how you want to run your offense, your system. When Steph's not in there, they don't have a lot of just 3-point shooters out there who just knocking them down on a consistent basis. So a lot of it's going through, Jimmy, and I think that goes through Steve Kerr being a good offensive mind and a good coach there. So I know I said a lot, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
Let's take a look at the response by Anthony Edwards.
I feel like I played great defense. I just couldn't do nothing on offense. So.
Can't hear him. Play it again.
It's a horrible clip. Fuck, there's a better one. I just don't know where it is.
Great defense. I just couldn't do nothing on offense. So.
He said, I thought I played great defense. I just couldn't do nothing on offense. Is that what he said, though?
They asked him the fucking question to exactly what Fitz said. God damn it. They asked him. Coach Fitz in the other room just said that you didn't bring it and blah, blah, blah. And he said, they asked him, do you agree? And he said, nah, I thought I played great defense. That's the problem. See, back in the day when there was coaching and then there was playing, the coach could say whatever he wanted on the other side because that's what the coaches did. That was their job, to get you where you couldn't get yourself. And then when a journalist told the player what your coach said, guess what the player said? He's right. Because the coach was right. And you didn't bring no energy, and you were horrible, and you kept shooting jumpers when you should have just went to the rack, like Charles Barkley and Shaq said at halftime. That's the disconnect now with these player empowerment, which I started the show with. That's the specific definition right there. Player empowerment. You can't be coached. You're never wrong. It's always the other person's fault. Homie, you're the fucking face of the franchise, possibly the league soon. You can't even accept criticism? You can't even accept responsibility that you were fucking bad? You want to turn it to where you played good defense? You were horrible. Don't ever fucking compare yourself to Kobe motherfucking Bryant again, homie. Stop it. I'm so tired of these motherfucking prima donnas. I'm telling you, I like this kid too. Like you, Smitty?
Yeah, dog.
But come on, homie. But see, that tells me he's not.
Don't do that. Just trust me. He a dog.
You said last year Booker was.
He's still. No, I didn't. Eddie Edwards is a dog.
Stop comparing him to Kobe. Stop comparing him to these killers.
Skill set wise,
these cats are killers.
Kobe skills, but I'm not saying ain't nobody Kobe. I'm just
saying. When Kobe and Jordan and those guys couldn't hit the broadside of a barn when they were in the game. What they did was they started getting to the rack, and you know what that did? Got him to the free throw line. And guess what? Free throw lines got him
back in the zone. Yeah.
I don't understand these cats.
At the end, though, with 23 points, 14 rebounds, because in the second half, his offense did start to go. I just want to tell the full picture. I
watched the game too. You don't have to explain it.
I know a lot of times you don't watch the game. So
he was absolutely horrible. He finally hit 1 3, and he made a shitload of free throws, and he got to the line, which Barkley said.
That's what we're saying. Okay.
And he had a few layups, and he had 21 points. And listen.
Exactly what we're saying.
But if he's going to go up there and you're going to defend him and act like his defense was an excuse for not bringing the energy and playing well as the leader, you're crazy.
You just don't like the response. Like just
no, the response is bigger though than what we're saying. The response is exactly the epitome of what these cats are now. You can't coach them, homie. You can't take responsibility. You can't just say, yes, sir. You know what? You're right. I was shitty. We lost. Like the fact of the matter is they got their fucking ass beat at home.
Right.
At home, and you're the reason.
No
you
step.
kept shooting when you were fucking had 1 point at halftime, homie. 1 point. Like, come on, dog. Like, drop your nuts, homie, and say, you know what, man? You're fucking absolutely right, coach. I'll be better. And then guess what? Now it's an attack on the player, and we're going to fire Finch now after they lose to the Warriors, just like they did Mike Malone. Because player empowerment, again, is what these pussies are about, homie. I can't accept responsibility my motherfucking self. Because when they're in high school in AAU and 7-on-7 and for football, these coddling-ass, pussy-ass 7-on-7 fanboys and these pussy-ass street agents and these pussy-ass trainers, wannabes, coddle these motherfuckers and hold their balls in their jaws. And that's the problem with these motherfuckers. They ain't never been told nothing about the truth and how to actually take criticism. And criticism, homie, is just correction. That's all it is. Y'all can't handle correction no more. And that's the problem, homie. And anyone that defends that shit is crazy. They're absolutely wrong. You wonder why the league's shitty? You wonder why the Boston Celtics shot 60 fucking threes? You wonder why these motherfuckers want to just keep shooting? They just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. Well, it ain't their offense when they broke an actual record by shooting threes and missing them. It's not
I'm saying the Boston, they win and lose.
They
by
broke
the
a record, though. They broke a record.
I understand that, but I'm saying their offenses, they shoot hella threes every game.
Yeah, that's fine, but that doesn't mean you keep shooting them when you don't make them.
I hear you, but that's just their offense. Listen, I'm not gonna overblow this. I agree with Coach Finch. Yeah, superstar player. You bring the energy, you figure it out. I thought Anthony Edwards was a little flat in the first half. Would I like Anthony Edwards to give a better response right here? Yes, I would have. I was the politically correct guy. I was the guy who's gonna say the right things at the right moments, and I will put my emotions to the side and make sure I say the right thing. But sometimes players don't. He's probably pissed right now how he played, pissed at how the team was, and yeah, he didn't give the right.
Can I stop you?
I don't think this means that he's not coachable, or we don't know how practices are going. We don't know if he's an issue when it comes to Chris Finch coaching him. But we've never heard anything about Anthony Edwards in terms of not being coached.
Hey, can I stop you?
You can stop me how you want to.
You're lying. And I'm going to defend you by calling you a liar.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You didn't have to be politically correct. You weren't politically correct. I think you're lying.
Okay.
You said you got on the podium and at Ball State or was asked a question. You were politically correct and always said the right thing about the coach and the program. I don't believe that's politically correct. I believe you were a fucking team player, a team guy like you still are today. And you knew what the difference between right and wrong was, and you understood that this was your vessel for lifelong success, football at the time.
Right.
You aspired to be, whether it was an NFL player or a professional in some shape, form, or manner, and you knew that was the first step to do so. That wasn't being politically correct. That's what we were taught and raised to do when we were young. Understand what the authority was, who the authority figure is, and guess what? We just got to get better. We got to be better. You weren't taught to go out and say, nah, fuck that, whatever coach said. That's not politically correct. This right here is what we see all across now in high school by a kid throwing an Illinois hat across the fucking room. You don't think this is a direct correlation? You're tripping, homie. This is the reason. This is what the big picture is. The generations have changed just in the short 10 years since you've been done. Imagine the next 10. It's going to get fucking diabolical. You're not going to be able to coach no more. I wouldn't be shocked. You're going to be a fucking robot on the sideline coaching these motherfuckers. This shit is unbelievable, homie. The coach now is walking on eggshells to say anything. Anything he can say now. And then now Finch is probably at home with his wife talking about, damn, baby, we better get the fucking for sale sign up.
Stop, homie.
I'm just saying, homie. When you question the fucking
He's not thinking that at all.
When you question the fucking this dog, the star gets questioned, homie. The coach goes. Let's keep it real. And real quick, I want to address this guy, Dirk. JB, if you were my coach, I'd have beat the fuck out of you. I want to make sure I address him.
That's kind of funny because it caught me off guard. Well, go ahead. Oh man,
I wouldn't have beat the fuck out of you though, Dirk, because I never put my hands on a player.
Go
But I would have drove to your house and beat the fuck out of your daddy. So Smitty, here's the issue. Anthony Edwards is why these youngsters are struggling.
He's my favorite player.
This is why the NBA is what they are. No accountability whatsoever. None, homie. So you can see, you can suck your teeth all you want during the show, but tell me where the accountability was. Tell me where accountability he just said.
You over exaggerate everything, and it fits you so well. I love
answer the question though. But what accountability did he just
hand on my face?
What you're blurry. I'm wiping the cobwebs out. What accountability did he just address? Anything?
Not blurry at all. In this moment, in this one little 3-second clip, nothing. I didn't hear the whole presser, so I don't know. But in this 3-second clip, he disagreed. They asked him a question. You have the right to answer it truthfully. He said, I believe I played a really good defense, but I have to be better on offense.
You know what the problem is?
It's the accountability. They need to be better on offense.
You know what the problem is? This is what's crazy about it. He got scrutinized so bad in the media for saying a gay slur. If you remember, I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that. I don't know why you're bringing it up right now, but I remember.
Oh, I'll show you because I teach. You reach, I teach.
I didn't even say that. I knew you.
What happens is, because I used to cross everybody on the court. Here's what happens is,
you was a shooter. You stood in the corner of the shot, open threes. White boy.
But you are a reacher and I'm a teacher. So here's the deal. He said, some gay slur, and then he came out and apologized for saying the gay slur.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't take criticism from his head coach.
He can't take it. He's a football guy.
Do you see the oxymoronic ass shit we're dealing with? So you could take the media pressure from saying a gay slur, come out and apologize, but when it comes to your own team and getting coached by your coach, you now fight that. So is he going to come out and apologize today for saying, you know what, coach was right, I was wrong, I responded hastily, and I shouldn't have said it? Is that what he's going to do today? Is that what we live in? Is that what we live in? Again, why don't apologize, homie? You already said it. Come on, man. This shit is a joke. Fuck. Rick Kamla, NBA TV, will be joining us. Monte Ball, Wisconsin legend, will be joining us. What's so funny, homie? You sound like super immature. Go.
Nah, you're just funny. Your transitions be funny. Like you be going in, and then you just go straight to Rick Kamla's gonna be joining us. This, that, and the third. But no, I mean, listen, I understand your take. You make some good points. I just think in this case it's a little dramatic, but I understand. You do a really good job of finding one. Like, only thing I do for JB, get him a fucking paper clip, and he'll turn that paper clip into a knife, and he will stab you 1,000,000 times until he gets the job done. Like, give him a little leeway, give him a little something to use, and he'll find a way to make that into the top tier weapon. That's JB's skill set, and I'll give it to him. You know, I don't think everything is as big as what you make it seem like, but I understand your take at the same time. So
let me ask you something. Somebody sent me a video, Bailey, if you can put that in. Somebody sent me a video, homie, that you saved the day on.
Who, me? Like me?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I don't know what the video that is. I only got so many.
On my yacht.
I wouldn't be there.
Oh, whoa.
Is this not you?
So this is an old video, like 2 years ago. I was at a friend from work. I was at his like a family party, whatever, and I was invited over, and his auntie had just drunk too much, and literally I know where she like fainted. It threw us off, and I saw it. Me and that's his Uncle Fred right there. We went over there, reached in before it got too crazy, grabbed her, pulled her out, and luckily she was okay. But it was definitely scary in the moment. I had no idea you guys were talking about this video is so old. I didn't even think you guys would have this. So.
Yeah, that is Smitty, by the way, Rogers. And let me clarify. Can you now apologize publicly?
For what?
You don't know?
I don't.
You're not going to defend your co-host on this? That's unbelievable.
Trying to think, yeah.
Unbelievable that you don't grasp the concept. It's supposed to be real show. It's supposed to understand everything I do. Whatever I put down, you pick up. Blah blah blah.
I know. I'm trying to think real quick. You got the yacht, white. Oh, it's something with like women related.
You said something.
That's why women.
What women?
White women.
Which is
fuck.
Fuck.
I ain't got this one, homie. I missed this one.
That's why I don't like white moms.
I wasn't gonna get that one. I was not gonna get that one. Oh yeah. Oh my god. You gotta chill, homie. It's a lot of great white moms, bro. A lot of great white moms. You got a white mom that's great. I mean,
man. Fuck.
You're hilarious. I wasn't gonna catch that one. That was a good one though.
Fucking D Jones got it. Most micro thinker in the fucking chat got it, homie.
D Jones, he's like a real fan of the show, though. Like, I'm not a fan of the show. I am the show. So I don't necessarily, you know what I mean? Like, he really studies this shit. D Jones takes notes every morning. Shout out to D Jones.
Fucking white moms, homie. Fucking unbelievable, man. Anyway, Smitty, back to Anthony Edwards. Take criticism, take coaching, homie. Say, yeah, he was right. That's the problem, homie. And maybe other guys, because a couple years ago, homie, the motherfucker came out and said, you know, some great things we talked about on the show. Like he was talking about, you know, man, he talked about load management and he ain't missing no games and he was going to play through shit and be hurt and play through hurt. And everyone was like, oh, he's old school. He does all that. He got an old soul, blah, blah, blah.
He do.
But then he does this. Like, come on, homie. Which one is it?
Stop, homie. Listen, all right. Nah. If we want to be nitpicky,
gotta stay consistent, homie.
My favorite player of all time, my GOAT, who I still see videos every day on my Instagram, and it makes me sad. It gets me motivated. Kobe Bean Bryant, my guy, in a playoff game, in a winning scenario, it might have been a game 7 winning scenario, went into a game and to prove a point, passed the ball all game long, did not take a shot in a playoff game because people were saying he was a ball hog. So he literally the entire game said, you know what, I'm gonna prove a point and show y'all what my teammates are and what happens when I don't shoot. And pass the ball the whole game. In that moment, Kobe was being immature in that moment. That was not a mama mentality in that moment. But you don't let moments define you. So Anthony Edwards in this moment, fast forward compared to this moment, was that the best answer or response? No. But it also wasn't that bad. It's not a big of a deal. We're social media, man. It's the part I hate. We overblow everything. Anthony Edwards is still a dog. He plays pretty much every game. He plays hard. He's the guy who, if you just watching the last series, we was giving him credit for how he was bullying LeBron, literally pushing LeBron to talking trash, like doing all of that. That's the same Anthony Edwards, y'all. We're not gonna let one post-game interview now change everything. Say he's uncoachable. He's not this. He's not that. Nobody's 100% consistent, JB. We are all walking contradictions. So, JB, I'll let you go. And after this, we got a special guest.
Kobe taught a lesson that day. Anthony Edwards was the lesson. Anyway, man, we got a great guest. Can't thank him enough for joining the show. Rick Kamla joins us, NBA TV, NBA knower of all things, been covering this thing a long, long time. I can't wait to ask him a bunch of NBA questions about this playoff, in-depth playoff discussion. Our main man, Rick Kamla, joins the show.
Yeah, Rick. How you doing?
Fellas, what's happening, man? You guys hear me? Good connection? Everything good here?
It's kind of amazing.
No doubt. Appreciate you joining us, Rick. I appreciate it. I got to ask you straight out the gate. You've been covering this thing a long, long time. What's the difference that when you wake up and watch an NBA game now versus when we were growing up? Like, just the biggest difference other than shooting threes? Like, what do you see and just say, gosh dang, man?
Guys touching each other, guys. And, I watching that Warriors-Timberwolves game last night, the Wolves were the Warriors were touching up the Wolves, man. And really getting into them. It was old school. So I post play is another one, right? Like I grew up with the McHale up and under, Hakeem with the dream shake and all the moves. Shaq had some post moves. He had the tornado, right? He had the drop step in your mouth, like just all that stuff, right? The inside out. Yes, exactly. The inside out as opposed to outside in. I mean, it's completely inverted that way. But I'm not a hater. I've evolved with the league. I love the numbers. I love the players. I'm back to being a Timberwolves fan, so that love affair has been reignited. Glenn Taylor is no longer the owner of the team. The Wicked Witch is dead. A lot of us Timberwolves fans can now go back because we now have an actual shot at winning something. But then I look at last night's game, right? And I'm like, it's the most fucking Wolves thing ever to blow that game, dude. Like, literally the basketball guys were like, here you go. Here's game one. All you have to do is not wet the bed. Just play normal. You don't have to do anything special. A normal game beats the Dubs last night. But the Dubs are incredible defensively. And I think that was a collective choke by the Wolves last night. I think they were tight. I think they were nervous. I'm from Minnesota. I know the crowd gets tight and nervous, and it bleeds into the court with the players. So they got to overcome that, man. And obviously, I think we'll probably talk about game two here a little bit. But I do love the Wolves. I'm back. Okay, I am back to being a fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Hey, you're a Golden Gopher.
I am.
You're right there, rooted. You're deeply invested and rooted in there. What was the take overall that Jimmy Butler returned back to Minnesota?
I mean, I thought he played well last night. He understood the assignment. Step is out. I got to step up. But Buddy Hield was incredible last night. Yeah. You can't leave Gary Payton II alone in the corner. You can't. You can't load up on somebody or man and a half somebody and then swing, and it's GP2 in the corner. You're going to lose. He's going to make 45% of those, especially when he's clean. Look, guys, last night's game came down to the Warriors had a plan with or without Steph, and the Wolves did not. Did it not look like the Wolves were searching and like, have you guys played with each other all year? Or is this your first game together after the trade deadline? That's the vibe I got. The Warriors played chess. The Wolves played checkers last night. I'm a Finch guy. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but I thought Steve Kerr seriously outcoached him last night. And it came down to effort and want. And obviously the Wolves had a historically bad shooting game. All that was disappointing. But I'm back, man. I got those KG vibes. I got those Kevin Love vibes. I just need Ant-Man, guys, to become a killer. He's not a killer yet. He flirts with it. He shows it to us and then takes it away. Like last night, the first half. What is that, bro? You can't do that, okay? You breathe life into Golden State. It's double digits. Bam, they start the third quarter on a run. Now it's at 20, okay? And it's just, that's not winning basketball. That's not how you win in the playoffs, especially against a dynastic team. I love Ant-Man. This is a part of his growth, but he's got to become a consistent killer. He's not there yet. He's still a little bit too goofy, still a little bit too happy, okay? I need him to get full-time mad like Jordan, like Kobe. And when he clicks into that, guys, he's going to crack the code and win a championship or two or three, but he's not there yet.
Smitty, one thing before Smitty dives into this, I wanted to time into that take. Was it an issue with the mismatch with Golden State playing a more, I guess if you remember back in the day, a friend of mine, Tom Tolbert, on those Run TMC teams.
Love Tom Tolbert.
He ran the point basically with, that they did there, and it kind of mismatched David Robinson, and they beat that Spurs team. Was that what you saw last night with Draymond and Gobert? Because they didn't play Gobert early. They were kind of trying to find the missing link there, who can defend him. And he goes out and hits, 4 or 5 threes to start the game. A guy that never makes threes goes out and hits them. And I think that just kind of kind of was the dagger right out the gate.
I totally agree. And then Draymond's lathered up, and that makes him even better on the defensive end. It reminded me a lot of what the who did Denver just play? The Clippers with Westbrook, where they were sagging off of him and forcing him to make jumpers to beat him, and he did, okay? And then he talked shit on the way out to them, saying, I guess, you picked the wrong guy in Chris Dunn, and you're going to lay off me. He shot 42% on threes. Gobert was giving Draymond the three last night. That was clearly the strategy. We want Gobert in the paint. We're going to give Draymond the three ball. And again, look, I don't hate the strategy. You probably got to break out of the strategy though after he hits two, right? And then go connect with him. But they didn't do that. It got him off to a good start because that's found money. If Draymond's hitting 4, 5, 6 threes, and they're talking about, the announcer was talking about, once upon a time, Draymond had 8 threes in a game. That's his playoff career high. If you're letting Draymond drift towards career highs from three ball land, you're going to lose that game.
Yeah. Right. Now, 100%. And shout out to Draymond for, I feel like this year, I don't know what his percentage is, but it feels like this year he kind of went back to like I would say the younger Draymond. Because I remember his early years, Draymond, he would consistently knock down like those wide open threes, and then he kind of went away from it. And this year it feels like he's kind of back towards it right now. I want to go back to a previous topic we were discussing right before you joined. Coach Finch basically called out Anthony Edwards, talking about his energy needs to be improved in the first half, which it sounds like you agree with. But Anthony Edwards responded basically saying he disagrees and saying that, like, I think he said, I thought I played good defense. I just got to be better on the offensive side. Do you have a problem with Anthony Edwards' response? I guess JB feels like he wasn't taking like full accountability.
Honestly, that's not good stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
It like when Halliburton's dad went on the court, right? And Halliburton comes out afterwards, and he didn't like throw his dad under the bus, but he said, "My dad was wrong," right? Like that. Like let's address it, let's attack it, let's just quell it, right? And by the way, I think the ban is way overboard by the league and the Pacers on Hallie's dad, way overboard. But to Ant-Man, this might be the beginning of the end. You guys know how this NBA coaching thing goes. It's the most treacherous job that we have. And so did he just lose Ant-Man? I don't know. This is the stuff that we now have to worry about. Back in the day, a coach talks about his player, and the players just kind of got to take it, right? I mean, that's just kind of what it is. And the whole thing is flipped now. It matters more what the player says than what the coach says. And the player can go to Alex Rodriguez and Chris Finch when the Wolves ever lose. He gone. Jenkins got blown up. Malone got we're in Crazyville, okay? Crazyville. It doesn't matter that you just got extended either, like Mike Brown, right? We're in Crazyville with coaching. So I don't disagree with Finch, like addressing that. Maybe you don't do it in the media. Maybe you do that behind closed doors with Ant-Man. Ant-Man's usually a super coachable, team first, I rock with Finchy guy. And so to hear him kind of not really co-sign that, to me, that's a sign of trouble. That I wouldn't say it's a gigantic red flag, but to me, it's a red flag.
Let me ask you something real quick. Do you get a sense covering this team and being from there that Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards is a fake-ass good boy? Meaning he says the right things from time to time, but then the truth comes out when the going gets hard, like last night, and then he says, because back in the day, I remember the greats, they would always say, you know what? Finch was right. I was shitty. My energy was shitty, and I got to be better. We lost. Like, the fact of the matter, we lost. Like, and a fake-ass good boy is, yes, sir, and then tomorrow he goes and robs fucking McDonald's. That's a fake-ass good boy to me, and I've coached them my whole life, so I know what they are. Do you get that vibe from this guy?
I don't.
I don't. Thank you.
I don't. I tell you what. I don't know about your terminology and stuff like that.
I don't either.
Let me get into NBA personalities just a little bit with you guys. All right. I think Ant-Man has probably the best personality in our sport. I think he is genuine. I think he doesn't have a filter, guys.
He don't.
If he thinks it, he says it. Right. Okay. So there's not, and I'm not like diminishing intelligence with that. It's just he's a super outgoing guy, and he's Ant-Man. He's a superhero. He doesn't really have to have a filter, okay? And so he doesn't. And so what he says is what he says. The guys that are full of crap are Jimmy Butler and Ja Morant. They're full of crap. Okay. John Morant saying after losing and missing games and stuff like that, man, if I would have played, we would have been 2-2. Just sit down. You didn't play. I don't. And by the way, I saw Malik Beasley land harder at the Garden than John Morant landed in his game, and John Morant missed a game. Okay, and then you're talking tough after losing and not being tough during the season. To me, that's fake tough guy. That's fake superstar stuff. And then you've got Jimmy Butler. He is finally talking the talk and walking the walk. Now, he did it with Miami, 2 finals runs.
Two final appearances. He carried those teams.
So let me flesh this out for you guys. All right, 2 finals runs. He was talking the talk and walking the walk. Okay. And then I believe his head got a little big, okay? And he stopped doing that. And he took 2 regular seasons off and thought he could just flip the switch come playoff time. And he found that switch was a little wonky on him. And that's why when he came out after they lost and he said, if I would have played, we would have beat this team and beat that team. And Pat Riley banged on him hard at the exit interview. And I completely co-signed that on NBA radio with Antonio Daniels at the time, that Pat, like me, is over Jimmy Butler just blowing off 2 regular seasons. So you go from first in the East to the play-in tournament because Jimmy doesn't feel like playing on Tuesday against Sacramento. That's really what it was. So I grew over it. Riley grew over it. Riley's opinion clearly means 8 trillion times more than mine. And so that was the divide with Riley and Butler. Butler goes to Golden State. Boom. All of a sudden, he's gone back into superhero Jimmy Butler mode. He's talking the talk and walking the walk. So I don't like the deviation. I like the version of Jimmy Butler that we're getting right now. Okay, I do. He's activated Curry. He's activated Draymond. He's activated the whole freaking program. They're the best defense in ball since he got there, and he's a huge part of that. What do they have, like a 750 winning percentage since he got there? So but if you're going to take 2 years off and get into it with Riley, maybe I won't go full fake superstar with him, but I got my eye on Jimmy. But John Morant has lost me. I wonder about love of the game. How are you missing all of these games all of the time? Okay. And you're basically sending out middle finger salutes to the league when the league goes out of their way not to suspend you. I'm just not into it, man. Not into it.
Hey, I agree. I said JT the Brick came on the show last week and said exactly that about Jimmy Butler and the John Morant and all that stuff. So I agree with it on that note.
I don't put Jimmy Butler and John Morant in the same bucket. I understand your overall point though for sure.
Different.
I put them in different buckets completely. I think Jimmy Butler is proven in this league, a proven star.
It's fair.
Those teams he carried to the NBA final were not teams who we thought had the abilities to go to the finals. So I put them in complete different. John Morant hasn't done anything in this league. So I put them in different buckets. But I agree.
I accept that cleanup. I agree.
No doubt. Let me ask you something real quick. Rick, where are you at with these 1s and 2 seeds, or let's just say the higher seed? Not being the inability to choke a team out. And I started the show off. I'm just like, man, there's a bunch of the player empowerment is what I can't stand as a coach and as a player. And we've seen it at the all-time high, in my opinion. Player empowerment, what you alluded to earlier about the coach can't really say nothing. Now he's walking on eggshell. I told Smitty, Finch probably told his wife pack their shit up and put the for sale sign out in the front yard. But and then you came right on and said exactly what I said. And I'm like, hey, this is what it is, man. And I just got to ask you real quick, where are you at with the higher seeds? Up 20s, up 25, up 14. Last night, 9-point game with 56 seconds and you lose. To me, there's no killer instinct in these guys no more. There's no, and by the way, making a free throw, Smitty, to me is killer instinct. And fundamentals have gone out the window, and being professional at the all-time high is they're the most unprofessional professionals I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I think we're getting a lot of killer instinct on the other side with these comebacks. The Knicks coming down 20 against Boston. I mean, they were dead. They were lifeless. The arena was rocking. It was a Celtic party. They go to timeout. Oh, TNT. And you're like, this game's over, right? Knicks come storming back and, win the game. Indiana, they did it against Milwaukee. Remember that game where they were dead? And then they made this unbelievable. That was the Halliburton dad game, right?
Yeah.
29, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then you get another response like that from Indiana. I think it's a sign that Indiana is freaking for real. And I mean, I'm not going to like take credit for it, but I've always looked at them as a top 4 team in the East. They were they were a Final Four team overall last year, but I always thought they were going to beat Milwaukee. They're clearly better than them, and they have the depth. They have the ability to run, the shooting, the defending. You got a couple guys in Indiana, but they do match up well with Cleveland. But the bottom line is, you miss Garland for 2 games, you miss Mobley for a game. You're screwed. You're done. You're not playing. Miami somehow slipped through, or Chicago somehow slipped through, or Atlanta somehow slipped through. Like, you know what I mean? Like just a team in the East. No, this is the Indiana Pacers. They are probably the 3rd deepest team in the league behind Cleveland and OKC, and they're super talented. And they went to the East Finals last year, so now they've got some of that DNA and some experience and some confidence. So Cleveland's done, guys. They're done. They're done. Even if Mobley and Garland come back, the damage is done. You're down 0-2. You already weren't a fair fight, relatively speaking. So Cleveland's going home. They are. Indiana's going to be in the Eastern Finals for the 2nd year in a row, barring some kind of weird miracle, but I just don't see it, man.
Here's the point I'm trying to make, Smitty, real quick. To the whole, in totality, I'm just talking about if you're uncoachable, you're not going to do what the coach says. He goes one in and out the other. Celtics, I believe, shot 23s in the 4th quarter, and all they had to do was go create fouls, get to the line, slow the game down. You're up. It's like football, 4-minute offense. I'm like, what are we doing here? Why are we throwing the football? I don't understand the mentality nowadays when I get we're down big and I get the killer instinct to come back. At least they didn't just quit. I understand that side of it. Kudos to those teams. But on the other side, when you're up late like that, like last night watching a 9-point game with 53 seconds and you lose on a buzzer beater by the most overrated player, Halliburton, I find that just to me uncoachable, undisciplined, and I think fundamentals go out the window. And that to me is killer instinct. I don't know if I'm going to allow you to come back. I'm going to do something. I'm going to play. I'm going to get in your ass. I'm going to foul you, put you at the line. How many guys are missing free throws late? Rick, to totally lose the game. Look what OKC did. If they don't miss the 2 free throws, then there's no shot that Joker hits the 3. Or I'm sorry, Gordon. So, I just don't understand. There's no killer instinct in this thing for me, but I do get your point.
But Jason, real quick to counter, my only thing is you're speaking as if these things that you're listing are all just new and they're all unique to this generation. We've seen big-time comebacks since the beginning of the game. We've seen guys miss clutch free throws way back, whether it's the 80s, the 90s. I mean, I remember me and you were Lakers fans. I remember the Boston Celtics in that first 2008 NBA Finals. They came back, had I think the biggest comeback in the finals game in NBA history, and they beat the Lakers. I think it was a game 5 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So, these things happen. It's just basketball. And with the ability and the 3-point shot being so prevalent nowadays, a 20-point lead isn't like a 20-point lead back in 2005. 20-point lead can be taken down just like this. So go ahead, Jason.
Rick, we just fuck with each other. You're wrong. This is the first time in NBA history that 360-plus win teams lost game 1 at home. So, no, we haven't seen it before. That's the problem. That's the point I'm making. So now stop. Anyway, Rick, this is a soft.
Don't you slow his roll. I'm going to come mosh pit this thing. Don't slow his roll, man.
Hey, man, this is soft. We're soft as shit, man. That's what the problem is. I'd be damned. I'd be damned. Show me Kobe Bryant giving up 9-point lead with 53 seconds at home. Come on, man.
Remember when the Reggie
Miller shot the 3,
stole the ball, shot the other 3?
We keep making excuses.
Things happen all the time.
Keep making excuses.
Rick,
keep making excuses.
Am I wrong, Rick?
No, Smitty, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. But I'm also with my man over here with the cigar coffee combo. I'm very impressed by that. That is a hardcore, dude. I don't even understand what's going on with that.
It's 7:50 in the morning on the West Coast, by the way.
I don't even understand what's going on with the coffee cigar combo. But respect, dude. Respect.
I love it, Rick. I love your energy, brother. Let me ask you something, Rick. So you think Cleveland's cooked because they went 0-2 at home? They're down at home. That's a huge.
They get the throat slash, guys. Who did the throat slash in the NFL back today? Who did that? Was that T.O.?
It might have been, yeah.
Who did the throat slash? Was that T.O.? Because now they'll throw you in jail if you do the throat slash. I don't know, but back in the day, they used to do the throat. Yes, Cleveland, Dunsky, they're out.
All right, now Boston's hands are full, huh?
Big time. because I mean, look, Boston's still going to win this series, but now I think it's going 7 instead of 6. Because Boston's going to win game 2. I don't know if they're going to cover, guys. I really don't. I'm going to live bet that one because I don't like the line right now. These lines to me are a little bit too assumptive. OKC minus 11 against Denver. I'm not sure that Denver's going to just roll over and die in that game and get stopped by 20. Okay, so I can't just give up those points. I got to live bet that and snip that game out. Same thing with Boston in New York. Boston's not a good home team, guys. They're not, okay? They kind of suck at home for an elite team. Look at the numbers, and then look at them on the road. They're savages on the road. They don't lose on the road, okay? And these are betting angles, too, and you guys know this. So am I sure Boston's going to cook New York in game 2? And, you know, to really, like, what is it, 10.5 or whatever right now? Okay, so it's basically got to be a 20-point blowout. Otherwise, you're in the fourth quarter, and you're hanging on Miles McBride and Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser 3 balls when that's not even what you bet, right? You bet, you know, the starters against the starters and all that. That's how you had to calculate it. And then you're deep into the fourth quarter, and your dang bet relies on these backups. And that's a shitty way to be. That's gambling instead of investing, right? So I'm going to live bet those ones, man. I'm not sure that we are. Typically, the recipe is big time team at home loses game 1. They win game 2 by 20 plus points. That's the formula, right? And we might get that again. But I don't think we can sleep on New York and Denver in that way. Denver's got championship DNA. New York's got that Brunson, the best closer in our game. And he just, dude, he does not. You think Brunson, yeah, hey, we already did what we needed to do. We already got one, right? No, Brunson's like, F these guys. Let's go get another. Brunson's my favorite player in the league, dude. He is dog on clutch. You know, little dude, not athletic. He's got that Chauncey Billups, Paul Pierce, kind of just like smarter than you game. I love Jalen Brunson, man.
That's why if we're gonna bet, and like you're saying, interesting, I can't bet against Brunson leading a team to getting blown out again. I get it. Boston out of 3 or 4 times this year who swept New York during the season, and 3 of them were blowout victories. I get that part of the history lesson here, but in the playoffs, it's going to be tough. I think Brunson and Joker, to your point, are going to sit there and play, at least cover the 11 or whatever the Nuggets. That's crazy to me.
So, like, for me, I want to get into it, and, like, I'll give up 2 points. I'll give up 1.5 or 2 points. So let's say it's at 11, right? And maybe it's like the late second quarter, and that OKC swell starts to happen, right? You start to see the body language from Denver, and they all droop, and it gets up to like maybe 22, right? Okay, so on your way to that, bang it at like minus 12.5. And then I feel better about the swell hat because I've gauged the body language, the tone, the tenor of the Knicks and the Nugs. I'm not worried about Boston and OKC. They're going to fire in game 2. What I'm worried about is how live are the dogs in these games. So I'm going to sniff them out with some live betting.
Nice.
Love it.
I like that.
Bet US.
Guys, I got to take off. I got my own podcast over at Sports Ethos, man. I got the Fantasy NBA Today with Dr. A's, a Hall of Famer, man. Check it out. I'm over at Sports Ethos, guys. Check out our work.
Yeah, we got your ticker going, and make sure everybody follows you over there, Rick. And man, we can't thank you enough for giving us some time, brother.
Hey, I had a good time, man. I like your guys' style. We got some cuss words. We got some mosh pitting going on. So
alcohol, we got it all.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy, man. This early in the morning. You guys be good. Reach out anytime, all right?
You too, brother. Appreciate you.
Have a good one. All right. Clap up, y'all, for our guy, Rick.
Love the energy, man. Love the energy. Sports Ethos, man. He's over there. NBA TV. He does a hell of a job. He's a super high energy guy. If you ever watched him, love it.
Love it, man. Love it. Well balanced, man. Knows the game at a high level. And hey, man, you don't get better sports talk than right here, Coach JB with Big Smitty. And keeping this train rolling, keeping this thing exciting.
You like how I cooked you, huh?
We're going to move on to some football.
You like how I cooked you? You like how I cooked you?
You didn't cook me at all, Jason.
I cooked you with that take, though, with the number 1 seeds losing after 60 wins.
No,
Never seen it before.
You didn't cook me at all.
Damn, homie. You were like, damn,
baby. I knew that. I just didn't respond because you missed the bigger point. The bigger points that teams have been having comebacks since the beginning of time. And you never said those Knicks teams teams didn't have killer instinct. You never said Kobe.
I cooked you.
And the Lakers team didn't have killer
You
instinct
can't
when the
admit
Boston Celtics came back in the NBA Finals.
Can't
So
admit it.
I
Can't
actually
admit
cooked you, and Rick agreed with me. So we're all
No, he agreed with me.
Keeping this thing rolling. Before we get to okay, so Betty moved it. Actually, I was gonna go to there next, but I guess we'll say that for a little bit later. It's my time right now, homie. It's the best time, homie, and the time that we gonna go into right now is the hockey breakdown with Big Smitty. Let's get it, baby. You know hockey, my favorite sport. We need to get some music underneath this while I'm talking. I want this whole thing to just roll and be smooth. So anyway, when in doubt, the Carolina Hurricanes, they shoot, homie, and then they shoot some more. So listen, when the puck came to the Hurricanes, defense man Jacob Slavin at the right point in overtime of game 1 in the Eastern Conference second round against the Washington Capitals, that's what Slavin did, man. On the night when so many of the Hurricane shot attempts were blocked by the Capitals or stopped by goalie Logan Thompson, this time the puck found its way through the maze of players and past Thompson. It was around 3 minutes and 6 seconds into overtime, and he gave the Hurricanes a hard-earned 2-1 victory. The Hurricanes controlled play for most of the game, outshooting the Capitals 33-14 and building a whopping 94-34, excuse me, advantage in shot attempts. But they trailed 1-0 until Logan Stakeovens tying goal at 9:42 into the third period, man. That came out of the Hurricanes pressure, my guy, Eliasai Protos, whose goal at 3:53 into the second period gave the Cowboys the lead into a pass that hit his teammate Alexander Alayev's skate in the left circle, man. This game was insane, man. If y'all ain't been watching the hockey playoffs, man, this is the best thing going. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man, every single day in these playoffs. I'm going to give you my hockey breakdown with Big Smitty. Woo, that was good, JB.
Hey, Smitty.
Yeah.
Did you see that offsides call, though?
Man, homie. Give me your thoughts on it. Give me your thoughts.
Well, I want to just, what is offsides? Can you explain that to the crowd?
Let me break it down. Offsides basically occurs when, if an attacking player is in the offensive zone, like before the puck enters the zone, that's when they call offside. So it has to be it's like a timing issue. So specifically when both of the players skates, basically both of the players skates must be completely across the offensive blue line before the puck crosses it. So if a player skates are in the offensive zone before the puck, it's considered offside and the play has to be stopped. So I know it's a lot, but it's you got to it's better to visually see it, but it's a timing thing.
Huh. Well, let me ask you something. Did you see the icing call?
The icing call? Was there icing call?
Yeah. I just want to know, can you explain what icing is to the crowd?
I don't remember there being an icing call, but I know what icing is. So basically in ice hockey, of course, that's what we're talking about. Icing occurs when I think it's like when a player shoots or bats the puck from behind the center red line. So yeah, so if a player shoots or bats the puck from behind the center red line, they call that icing. So if you do it without it being touched by another player and it crosses the opposing team's goal line, that's the issue. So the play is stopped, and when this happens, and the offending team has to take a face off in their own defensive zone. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Don't shoot the puck from behind the center red line without it being touched by another player, homie. But I don't remember there being an icing situation yesterday.
How did you know what icing was and offsides was that fast when I asked you? You had to really know that.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the game. That's like me asking you, homie, what's pass interference in the NFL? You should just know that.
So we're not even really, you really know hockey.
Yeah, I mean, I really do.
You are a Subban.
Well, I don't say that, man. Subban's a legend, but I mean, it's my third favorite sport. I would say it was kind of probably tied with boxing.
Because it's impossible for you to Google what I asked you that fast, homie.
Right.
Chat. So the chat is cap chat. If you think he Googled that fast, yeah, there's no way. He didn't know what I was asking.
I can't even type that fast.
I got to clap it up.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
I'm just saying, we got a legit hockey segment on this show.
It's always going to be haters, though. Joe Corson, he's in here hating. But other than that,
Tom King's texting me with laughing faces. I don't get it.
I don't know. Tell Shaun, don't text us during the show. If he not on the show, don't text us, don't call, don't do nothing. Come on the show, homie. Come on the show, homie. Shout out to Shaun King, man.
Smitty Subban, man.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Thank you, Leah. So keeping this thing flowing, though, keeping this thing rolling. Do we want to take a quick commercial break before our last guest, or you want to keep it going? I'm good either way.
I'm looking for Leah's text.
Text.
I don't see Leah in the chat. You mentioned her name though.
No, I was just thanking people in the chat. I was saying like, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Leon. I was just thanking people in the chat.
Thanks who?
I said thanks, Chris. Thanks. I think it was a Leon or Jesse U LBC. Leah, I'm here. She's here. Thank you. She said, yeah, everybody just showing love.
Man, it's unbelievable. Anyway, we got a lot to discuss here. We got Monte Ball, Wisconsin legend, NFL running back.
That's a dog.
Kansas, Missouri legend. Can't wait to dive into all things football as we get going here with Monte Ball.
Who?
Monte Ball, huh?
You almost had a Freudian slip up right there, homie.
What did I say?
You about to say with Leah. I heard that.
Leah's right here. I mean, I didn't say
I know,
that.
but you about to say with Leah. Like, if you got y'all heard it, chat. He was going too fast. He almost said with Leah. She always on your mind for some reason. That's weird.
I didn't say Leah at all.
She got a man, homie. Stop. And you got a girlfriend, basically. So stop.
Cap. We got a lot to discuss. We're gonna take a commercial break. Pay the bills. We'll be back. This show is powered by BetUS. Head on over there. Use promo code CoachJB. We'll be back in 4 minutes. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking. What happened?
I just saw what's highlighted in the rundown. Mina Kimes. Mina Kimes. I guess allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I'm just not seeing this.
Well, not allegedly. She wrote it. It's a tweet.
All right.
You're saying she got hacked? You're saying she got hacked?
I don't know. Mina Kimes is now calling out NFL front office and executives publicly.
I don't get why you protect her.
After Ravens executive vice president and GM Eric DeCosta puts out a statement on Justin Tucker.
You want to hit?
She said, "Was this tone necessary?" Oh, that's all she said. Okay.
Have you hit?
That's why I gotta be careful because like it has nothing to do with that. I just know that I have two people who on this show who don't like Mina Kimes, and you guys are openly like admitting it, which is fine.
I don't know why you protect her at all costs.
So me knowing that Bailey is the guy who produces the show and does a great job at it, but me knowing he's a producer and he's the one who writes like the wording of the questions, I have to be very careful. And before I just read, because a lot of times I'll just read whatever because I trust the team. But with stuff like this, I got to think about it because like if it's a Trump topic,
so you think Bailey setting you up for fail?
I'm not even gonna say on purpose. I'm gonna say that just subconsciously he feels a certain way about Mina, or he feels a certain way about Trump, or Biden, or so I'm not saying he's like literally deliberately like let me fuck up Smitty. Nah, I'm saying that just he's naturally just speaking the way he would speak because he don't like these motherfuckers. So I gotta be careful and read it. You know what I'm saying? Mina Kimes is now calling out NFL for the. I would have said that because all that you said was this tone necessary? Like to me, that ain't like a call out in my opinion. But I get it. Go ahead, Jason.
It was my idea to put it in there.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I'm a real man, like our guest we had yesterday. So I'm gonna apologize to Bailey.
For what?
For being wrong.
You're not wrong.
You just said it was you.
I just taught you something.
Explain real quick.
Why'd you apologize? You didn't have to apologize for nothing, homie.
But I apologize because you just admitted that I was wrong.
You weren't wrong. You said you were talking about reading a message. It had nothing to do with Bailey setting you up, me setting you up.
Then why you raise your hand and say I'm the one that you know what I'm saying?
I was just letting you know, like this is something that has just been like pushed my way all night long. I didn't even know about it until last night late, and I was like, "What is this?" Yeah. And then after you and I and everybody the team was sharing the message that they cut Tucker.
Yeah.
Then this came out later.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Oh, we got to talk about this."
All right, well, never mind. I'll take my apology back.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hate when people apologize.
What are your thoughts, though, Jason? Just
like what did the apology do? Let's say you were wrong and you apologize. What did it do? Did it change the fact that you were wrong? No, it didn't.
Nah, I do think in some.
I don't get it.
Though, when somebody like sincerely apologizes, like some people just say just to move on. Some people
It's a word,
but some people actually be like, "Dang, I fucked up."
It's a word, though.
If I know you for real, like for example, it's been times when like years ago, like me and one of my close homies got into like a little bad argument. And it was a bad moment. I was probably drinking. He was drinking. It was a moment to where it went too far. It didn't need to. So the next day when I was able to like sober mind, clear mind, think through what the situation was, it's like, all right, I was being emotional. I was tripping. Whatever. Let me be a man. But all right, I was tripping today. Like you, my brother. So it's like in those situations, it's like, all right, cool. We can shake on it, move forward. It's like a respect thing, I guess. Like I understand what you're saying. Like a word don't change nothing, but just like a bad word, calling somebody a bitch or something could impact. I think on the flip side, admitting that you were wrong and apologizing can also have impact. So words matter, homie. Words matter. I always say that.
Just words. They don't matter. They don't mean nothing.
So if I call you a bitch right now, like I ain't gonna do nothing to you.
No, I'll fuck you up on later when I'm inside. But I'm saying,
but well, you can't fuck me up. But if you try to fuck me up, like why would you even attempt that? Because that me calling
just
you
to remind you.
It triggers something though, right?
Nah.
So it do matter.
No, it don't matter at all.
Then why would you try to fuck me up? You can't do it. Why would you even try to do that?
I could do it easy, and just because
you can never do it, but like
just like you said the word, I'm gonna fuck you up. Just like you said the word, it's the same shit. It's the same. There's no real no deepness to it, no depth to it. You know what I mean?
I'm going to call you one now just so you can try me. But anyway, what's your reaction?
Everybody that thinks apologies matter are bitches. All you in the chat who think words matter are fucking idiots. Did the apology change the fact that I said something? No. Last time I checked, you can't take words back. Can you? No. But anyway. It's
a respect thing, homie.
It ain't no respect thing. You already disrespected them.
Yeah, and you.
But now what? What am I going to do now? Not disrespect you by saying I apologize?
You apologize for saying it. You're admitting that you're wrong. You do it publicly. And then
but I'm not.
You also say that you won't do it again.
But that's not true.
Okay.
How many liars go out here and apologize after they've done some like fucking pedophile act or some other or hit their wife? How many times they apologize and continue to
There are certain outliers where if
they
you
keep doing it.
Yeah, there are certain outliers. If you're beating on your wife or you're molesting kids, that we're not gonna hear no apology. But a word, if you say something disrespectful with somebody and say something that was just wrong, though, right? Sometimes we go in here and we speak before we might fully know something, or we think we know something, and we get more information, and we're like, oh, okay, I didn't have full context.
That still don't change the fact that I said it, though.
I understand that you can't change that, but just admitting that you was wrong, it brings a level of like, okay, at least he was man enough or woman enough to
I think I must think the other way.
Like, you know what, I fucked up because we are flawed. We do fuck up. We do sometimes act on emotion. We do sometimes, or it's not an emotion. Sometimes we just say the wrong thing because we don't have the full information. So
and then you know what you do.
It's okay to say it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what you do after that? You say, you know what? I admit. See, admitting and apologizing.
It's still apologizing.
Admitting to something and apologizing are two completely different things.
Disagree.
Because you can't apologize for something you already did. You can't apologize for something you already did, homie. You can apologize to me till you're blue in the face. If you hit my mom or my wife or my daughter, if somebody else hit them and then they want to just say, all I can do is I'm going to apologize for hitting your wife. What the fuck did that do to her? What did that do to her orbital bone, homie? Did that change the fact that you put your hands on my girl, my wife, my daughter? No.
Better example. Let's say I was coming to your house, JB, and my brakes went out right when I was pulling in or some shit, and I accidentally like bumped your car. And I got out and I said, "Damn, JB, I'm sorry. It was 100% accident. It was like I did not mean to. Like, am I wrong for apologizing? Or like using your argument, I should just do it and be like, hey, bro, I hit your car. I hit your shit. You know, like
no.
there's nothing.
Can we
like,
talk
what?
about
like, hold it's just respect at the end of the day.
Can we talk about real talk about this?
Sure, I hope so.
Now, I don't know you and you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's a completely different issue. That's something that I'm not accepting your apology, so you don't even need to apologize to me. I'm just fucking you up on spot. You made a mistake. You made a mistake, and I already know your character and know who you are. You don't need to apologize to me. You just got to send me your insurance.
But if you know my character and you know who I am, why you need my insurance on me? Just take the L. If that's the case.
Well, now I'm not saying I'm a sucker. I wouldn't want you to have to deal with my mistake. I'm gonna at least pay for my mistake, right? That's the bigger apology. Show me that you've made the correction, homie. You gotta apologize to me about it.
You said my bad before. I've heard it on accident. I'm gonna start calling you out. You said it before, like when you.
Nah, I say it on purpose.
When you start talking real fast,
don't get it twisted.
You like, oh damn, my bad. That's
my bad's not an apology. My bad's not an apology.
Yes, it is. You're saying my fault. You're admitting to I fucked up.
My bad is not an apology, homie. I'm telling myself it's my bad.
My bad is like the number one apology.
No, my bad.
It's like
I dropped the ash on ash. My bad.
My bad is the same thing as saying I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
It's a more masculine way of saying I'm sorry.
No, it's not, homie. Apologies that have no soul, just so we're clear, meaning an empty apology, is an absolute slap in my face. And that's what 99% of people out here don't understand. People don't understand. 99% of y'all are empty apologetic people. You apologize with zero empathy whatsoever. You just say it because it's a word that apparently matters. That fucking word don't mean shit, homie. Like, come on, man. Apology, I'm sorry, doesn't mean shit to me. That's a word that literally is the worst word in the dictionary other than hate.
All right, let me ask you this. And this kind of goes back to your man who was on the show Monday. Let's say you say something. You wanted to say it, so you don't regret you saying what you said. But then you later on hear and find out that what you said actually impacted somebody in a negative way. So now you have more knowledge upon the situation. Is that not a situation where it's like, all right, now that I know what my words did or my actions did, whatever that may be, my fault. When I said what I said, I didn't say it with the intent to hurt you.
Bingo.
I
What'd you say?
That's how I felt. But now that I know what it did, I don't like how it impacted you. That's not my character.
Bingo. What'd you say though?
My fault.
What was that word you said? My fault.
My fault.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, it's not an apology. My fault recognizes that I can be corrected. I was wrong. I admitted. That's not an apology, homie. I already said it.
I disagree.
I know you do, but I disagree with
my bad and my fault are apologies.
No, they're not.
I don't have to write no deep soliloquy. Dear Jason, I want to say I'm sorry for hurting your feelings and saying and calling you.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead, Jason.
You're a biblical man.
I am. I'm a church going man. I'm a God-fearing man.
The last time I checked, you could be a sinner your entire life. If you're walk by faith, not by sight, and believe in the word and the gospel and the Bible, you could be on your last breath. And in your last breath to yourself, you say, God, please forgive me for my sins. I know what I've done. And he'll still take you to heaven. He didn't tell nobody else, homie.
No, God. Well, first of all, before you slide back and do all that,
I repent, I rejoice to the world.
Don't play with it. If we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. First of all,
I'm not playing with it. I'm telling you the truth.
Don't say you can sin your whole life. We all sin our whole life. We all sin. We all fall short.
There you go.
And non-believers.
There you go.
Number two, don't say it like if I just say it, then he gonna take it. No, you gotta mean what you say and say
exactly to yourself.
Number three, you are giving your life to the Lord. It's not just my fault, God.
Exactly.
Like, it ain't no my fault, God. Take me to heaven. Nah, you gotta live it and believe in it. And so I want to make sure we're bringing clarity to it because there's some non-believers in the chat. I don't want you to water down the impact of having
faith. There no water down.
Believing in no, I'm not saying you're intentionally doing that. I want to make sure for clarity that this ain't no joke. This ain't no stuff where we can just, all right, I'm gonna just act the ass my whole life, not follow nothing that God wants us to follow, and then on my dying bed just say something so I can get to heaven. It ain't that simple either, homie. You got to make an actual effort each day of your life, each year to actually try to be closer to Jesus, closer to God, try to live a better life. And we all going to continue to fall short, but it's the effort of trying to and allowing him to guide and lead your life and having that belief and believing that he died on that cross for your sins. And 3 days later, he rose again and making sure that you believe in God, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's bigger than just what you're saying. So if we're going to talk about it and get spiritual and get biblical, we can do that. Just make sure that you're fully prepared for that, young white man. Yes, Jason.
Young black man, listen. You're not offended, right, when I said that?
No, I'm not. I didn't even know.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. You say white man, I say black man.
Why did you say it? I mean, like why did you even ask me that?
Exactly. So let me ask something real quick.
Thank you, Chris.
When you repent, it's within, right? You're asking the higher power to forgive you for what you've done, and you have to make him believe it, correct?
You don't have to make him believe it. Just be honest. Like it ain't
that's what I'm saying. He knows you're inside though. He knows what you mean. He knows your truth. You didn't wake up one day and rob a bank and then go right home and get on your knees and say, "I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me." When you woke up with malice and intent in your heart, he knew it.
Right.
So you're not fooling him, right?
You can't fool him. Ain't no.
So why would I fake an apology to anyone else when he knows the truth? And all I got to do is get him to know that he knows my true inside and my true character. Why would I need to apologize to anyone else other than him or myself? I'm just telling you right now. He knows the real. And I go out and say, you know what, Lord? I just want you to know. Thank you for the grace and mercy you've allowed me to have because you know the truth about what I believe. And that's it. Like, there ain't nothing else, homie. Your fake apologies can go wipe your ass with them.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think God requests, or not even requests, demands us to repent?
He doesn't demand you to apologize, though.
Why is he asking us to repent?
Because that's yourself in between you and him.
So when you repent, what are you doing?
Admitting
and asking for forgiveness, right?
For being what? Wrongdoings.
For disobeying you.
So you admitted to your wrongdoings, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But you didn't have to apologize for them, did you?
You are, though.
No, you don't, because you're not apologizing, because your apologies for your wrongdoings did nothing for all the wrongdoings.
Man,
oh my God!
You're not spitting nothing.
Write a book, homie. Am I
you
cooking?
Didn't say nothing hard right now.
Cooking everybody today.
God,
man. Oh,
thank you, Brandon Wiley. Thank you, Brandon Wiley. If we're gonna go biblical, then let's do it all the way.
Hey, Vince, please tell everybody I'm cooking them. A real biblical man in the chat.
And again, I'm not asking you to be fake. If you really don't mean it, then I guess don't say it. But I'm saying my
point, homie.
But unless you just don't have a heart, which I know you do, because I know the real Jason outside the show. There's been some time in your life where you know you was fucking wrong.
The truth means you have heart, homie.
I need to go ahead and apologize.
The truth means you have heart, though.
The chat don't know the real Jason. I know the real Jason. He's very sentimental. He has a huge heart. He fucking loves people.
Exactly.
I know the real Jason.
Exactly.
I doubt the weeds.
Exactly.
I guarantee you've done some stuff that you like.
Exactly.
I was tripping a little bit right there.
And I sure got to admit to it.
Fucking apologize.
And I don't apologize. That's what I don't do. That's what you must not know then. Because I sure admit to being wrong.
I'm telling you right now at JUCO.
I sure ain't apologizing.
If you fuck me over, if you expect to keep this thing rolling, you're gonna respect me enough to admit that and apologize. That's what you're gonna do, homie.
No, that's what you see. This
Mike
is a whole
Vodka. No, I'm not, homie.
No. This is a whole conversation. Let me dive into the deep conversation.
Well, that's how you been in church, Mike Vodka.
Let me dive into something deeper to what you just said. That's why this whole conversation could be a 3-hour show. You said if I fuck you over, the only way for you to come back is if I apologize to respect you.
It's respect. It's respect. Yeah. It's a respect thing.
Here's the thing. If I fuck you over, then that was by design, and I knew what I'm doing. And there's no reason to apologize, homie.
But my problem with you, though, homie, you're speaking as if like
humans. Why would you come back to a fake apology, homie?
You're speaking as if
that's even more disrespect.
It's not a fake apology. It's not a fake apology. Humans are not perfect.
Am I cooking this cat?
You're not. You can get hyped and take a deep breath, all that stuff, cool, and you can laugh and get loud. That don't mean you're doing anything at all. You're not doing anything at all. You're giving me more ammo.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, though.
You're speaking as if humans are perfect.
No,
we're not. We are imperfect. So
we got to dive into that. We got to dive into that.
Let me go. Since I'll let you go. Humans are going to make mistakes. Not everything you do is a conscious, thought out plan of like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna do something bad to JB tomorrow at 5 p.m. No, we are emotional, we are flawed, and sometimes things happen that trigger us. We might be having a bad day at work. It might have had nothing to do with JB. You just so happen to be the next person in line, and I do something or say something out of an emotional response that I really don't truly mean. I'm just having a moment. So my point is, there are cases and situations in which those things happen, which as a man or woman, you should have the maturity level to be able to take a deep breath, assess the situation, and be like, you know what? That wasn't me. That's not how I actually feel. I just had, this is what I was going through, whatever. I'm wrong. I shouldn't have said that out of respect for you. That's all I'm saying.
I think you're mistaken.
Go ahead.
I don't think you grasp the concept of what the whole discussion really means macro level.
That's fine. Let's keep talking about
it. You just explained the difference between a mistake and a malice intent. There's huge difference.
Yeah.
Is it a mistake that I woke up and robbed the bank today?
No, that's a decision. You planned it.
Is it a mistake that I fucked you over?
I need context.
I fucked you over and I lied about a $1 million check that I got, and I told you I was going to give you half if I ever got it, and then I lied and I gave you $5,000 of it.
You see how long you're talking?
And then you found out. Then you found out. And then now for you to be on the show, you want me to apologize. So other than that, it'd be disrespectful.
No, that's not a mistake. That's a plan. And the fact that you had to like talk so long, that let me know it was a plan. But
there you go.
If
that's already a
bad
plan.
One day and I just fucked up and I called somebody a bitch because I'm just emotional in the moment. Maybe I don't really mean. Maybe I don't actually mean that you're. Maybe I don't actually think that. It depends. Again, it's case by case. It's
must be different.
Case. It's case by case
for me. It must be different for me.
Sometimes you and I talk real fast on this show, and we get to going. And it's like I'm speaking for myself. I'm not saying you, because obviously everything you say and do, you meant to do it, and it's planned out and it's thought out. Shout out to JB for thinking through every single thing he does and says. Shout out to you. Most humans aren't like that. Most humans do things emotionally and they act.
Now you take it out of context. Now you take because you're getting cooked, so you're taking it out of context.
I'm not getting cooked at all. We're having a good discussion. It's not even about argument.
Here's the issue.
Bailey, you're 12 years old and you ain't been to church since you was 7. So stop. Go ahead, JB.
I don't have to not think or think about doing something that's going to disrespect somebody. It's by design, homie. There's a difference between that and a mistake. A mistake is fucking dropping the soap, homie, when I'm fucking my bitch in the ass. That doesn't fucking mean that it's a malice intent, homie. I don't understand why you can't grasp the concept of the two. Like a mistake is anything. I farted walking by you in the mall and you smelt that shit. That could be by design too, but I'm just going to be real. Homie, stop. If I fuck you over, I fucked you over on purpose. That's a character flaw, homie. That is a character flaw, homie. There's no apologizing to get that back. Ever.
Everybody's confused right now on your example that you used, though.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They'll get it later. I'm too macro. It's a character flaw, homie, that I robbed the bank in this morning, and then I want to apologize for it. It's a character flaw that I kept money from you knowingly, and you found out knowing I had a bunch of money and I just refused to give it to you. That's a character flaw. That is disrespectful already in its own right. Why would I have to apologize for that for you to forgive me? You already got slapped in the face. That's a backhanded slap that I'm apologizing for you, and now you accepting it. The bottom line is, homie, I didn't say I'm perfect and I'm not, and all this, and every thought is calculated, every single move I make today, and I'm never going to make a mistake. No. Mistakes will happen. All of us will make them.
Mm-hmm.
But a character flaw with malice intent is a completely different conversation, homie. There's no apologizing for it. R-wording a female is not a fucking mistake. I don't want to hear your apology, homie. I don't want to hear your apology for hitting a female. There's no fucking apology for it. I'm just saying.
Examples.
But it's not. It's the truth. There's a definite definition between the two, though.
S.A. R-word, beating, all that. Duh. I'm talking about everyday stuff. All right, for example, brass tacks on Monday.
Isn't that malice intent?
When you called them, yes. When you called them parents bitches. He came on his show and he called you out. He said you called us bitches, and you responded by saying, "Nah, I don't think I
said it's hard to find it. I didn't watch it."
You responded and said, "Nah, I don't think I said that. I think I said bitch made."
Yeah, I said I had to watch it. We watched it. Yeah.
I know why though. Why? But why did your initial? Why did your brain go to like? Nah, I don't think I did that. Because in your head, you're thinking to yourself like, constantly thinking with no emotion. You're like, why would I call them bitches? I don't even know who they are. I don't even why that don't sound like me. I don't think I would have called a mom a bitch. You even said it to me. I don't think I would have called her a bitch. We go back, you called them bitch. You said these parents are some bitches. Because in the moment you was upset about what the kid did, and you just was going on a rant and you were spazzing out, and it just came out. That's a situation where I think, as in my opinion, as a man, you can be like, you know what? You right, brother. I shouldn't have called y'all bitches. That's on me. That's all. I don't think motherfuckers saying like, "Oh, please forgive me. I'm sorry." No, I think you're hearing the word like apology, and you're taking it to a whole another level. Just a simple like admittance to doing wrong.
Right.
Let's be real. Between me and you was wrong for calling the parents some bitches. That just keep it all the way.
What is that?
No TV shit. Just being real. You should have called my parents some bitches. We don't even know. So let's be real. So,
let me ask you. I don't agree.
All right, cool. So right now, you still believe that they're bitches?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, if that's what you believe, then cool.
Because that's what
you didn't say that when he was on the call, though. So I'm being real with you. So
what did I say? I did not say it either.
Yeah, but you kept denying that you said it, and you kept saying like, "Nah, I gotta go back and watch
I gotta go back and listen." I said I will go back and listen.
You kept, but again, your energy you put out was energy like, "Nah, I don't think I said that."
Yeah. Here's the issue, though.
So. Come on, man.
But that's because I didn't see it. I'm not.
Now that's called cooked. Examples like that.
No, not really. That means I didn't lie. So anyway, I kind of did tell him that though. And if you really go back and watch the interview between us and him. So anyway, we got a legend in the house, man. I can't thank enough for popping in here.
Oh yeah.
Wisconsin legend, NFL legend. I got to ask him about because I want to know if he's really born and raised in the middle of McPherson, Kansas. I got to ask him that.
Let's bring him in there.
But our main man, Wisconsin Badger legend, Monte Ball joins the show.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Fellas, what's going on?
Hey, you from McPherson, Kansas, man?
Dude, I tell you what, I am. Technically, I am. But I will share this really quickly. So excuse me. I lived there for only 2 years of my life. Okay. Right. I only lived there for 2 years of my life. The other 16 years of those, my years till age 18 was in Missouri, of course, before I took off to the good old Badger state of Wisconsin, baby.
Hey, so that's because I only want to bring it full circle was because obviously coaching there and playing there and everything in the state. I got to ask you, like, there's a lot of, okay, so if I was recruiting the country, Kansas is probably third on the list to stay away from. It's probably the Dakotas, Idaho, and then Kansas. Maybe my Montana. So I'm not recruiting those states. But for running backs, Kansas has some of the, people don't realize how many NFL backs are out of the state of Kansas.
Kansas is slept on. It's slept on. It truly is. I mean, I understand you hear about it. It's flat, tornadoes, et cetera, et cetera. But those cats know how to play some football out there. It's humid. Them 2-a-days are brutal. I mean, obviously, I didn't have the opportunity to play there in high school and stuff. But going back there to visit family, I'm like, okay, yeah, there's some talent here for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. Man, we can't thank you enough, man. Big Smitty's in the house. He works over at Fox. Can't thank you enough for popping in here. I got to ask you a question right out the gate, man. Back in your Wisconsin days. You play with a loaded backfield, man. You had I think they called it the three-headed monster at the time. What was it like playing with, having a John Clay ahead of you? He goes down, I believe, got hurt with an ankle. You come in, lead the team in rushing touchdowns, and then the rest is kind of history after that. And then Melvin Gordon comes.
James White, right?
James White, yeah, that's right. Wisconsin was known to have him, obviously, from the Ron Dane days, and shit. Look at Jonathan Smith out in Smitty's team. Running back you for a lot of people will say running back you in a lot of ways, man, especially from mid 90s throughout. Where you at with that whole discussion?
Absolutely. Well, I to start off on the we are RBU. Wisconsin is RBU. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again with all the conviction, every fiber in my body. We are RBU, right? We can go back, like we said, Ron Dane, of course, right? Brian Calhoun, Anthony Davis, John Clay, myself, Melvin Gordon, James White, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, we keep them coming, baby. We got that pipeline strong. And as we all know, right, Jonathan Taylor, of course, is the running back that has translated the best, right, to the NFL. This guy is next level. But we are RBU. That is who we are. And so, yeah, it was honestly quite a dream. It was very fortunate for myself, of course, a blessing, I should say, right, to play with these guys that helped me, right, to improve my game, because I knew, hey, if I don't perform, there's a cat right behind me that will take my spot in a second, right, and produce just as well. And so when I did get my opportunity, of course, to step up, right, it was the Iowa game, an away game, sophomore year in 2010. Still wasn't playing that much, right? Unfortunately, John Clay got injured, and then James White got injured, right? And again, he was a freshman this year. He went on to rush for 1,000 yards that season. But long story short, running back coach turns around and looks at me and is like, it's time to shut up or put up. That was exactly what he said to me. Shut up or put up. And I stayed in and never gave the position back.
You put up, man. It's crazy you mentioned those times. So I remember, I think it was 2011, if I'm not mistaken. I'm in my senior year in high school, and I think Purdue. So I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I think Purdue was softly recruited me. It was like an unofficial visit, and I think I came to a game. If I'm not mistaken, you guys played Purdue at Purdue 2011. If I'm not mistaken, I remember I came to a game, and I just remember watching, like, again, Mel and James White. I just remember like that backfield though, and I'm just thinking like, man, this is incredible. When you look at the game today and how NIL, transfer portal, etc., do you think we'll ever see a team with a backfield loaded like that, or if guys are like that, they're probably just going to transfer immediately?
See, I tell you what, man, I absolutely love that question because I have a straightforward answer to it. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, based on the trajectory right now of how NIL is going, or NIL and the transfer portal is going. And because we see cats all the time, right? They're jumping ship in a heartbeat. And then the recruiting is year round. It's competitive. We got teams that are not wanting to do their spring games because it's just that competitive. So no, I honestly believe that we will not see, I'm biased, of course, but we will not see a backfield like that ever again, because a third stringer, me, I who knows if I would have left or stayed, right? I don't want to sit here and lie to your face and say, oh, I would have stayed because I want to work hard for it, which that is most likely the case. But, I don't live in that world, right? I never lived in that world of NIL and the transfer portal where you can, because when I was playing, of course, you had to sit for a year or 2 years.
Yeah, so you had to sit a year. Even when I'm a little younger than you. Even when I played at Ball State, you had to sit a year. And that was a big thing as a player. Like, man, I don't know if I might as well just stay. I might as well stay and figure it out.
Exactly. And so that's why I love that question, because I always try to place myself in that situation. Would I have left? No, I would say no, but then again, I don't know, right? It's like you don't know, especially if they're talking, hey, we'll pay you this to come over here too. That changes things.
Right.
That was my question. Like to piggyback on that and throw like another hypothetical. If somebody says, hey, you're third string right now, and Michigan State says we need a back, and here's $1 million. We don't know, right? I think all three of us in our family situation at the time or whatever, we might be like,
I'm gone. I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly. And that's the thing. As much as I love the Badgers, right? I love the program. I will always be a fan of the program. But you say $500K to come over here and play right now, or even $50K, right? Back
then,
19, 20 years old. It's like, my family would have been like, hey, Monte.
Hey, Monte, let me ask you, though. There's a difference. That W behind your head right now, does that hold weight? If that hypothetical were to switch now, are you gonna have a MSU sign behind you, a W sign behind you, a
Miami sign?
Yeah. Like how much does that change the landscape of the academic side of these kids, which is we're gonna get into later, but like to me, there's no more loyalty to anything, even your word and your commitment to. We were just talking about apologizing, and I said, apologies to me mean nothing. I already did it and said it, and I said I just got to admit I was wrong. Apologizing for it means nothing. The same with this to me, like it's your own commitment, right? Like I committed to something, and for me, there is no such word as decommitment, by the way. So I hate when I see these kids. I don't hate anything. When I see these kids say, "Oh, I'm decommitting from," well, it's not even a word. You can't decommit from your wife. so you committed to the relationship, or you didn't. And I just think that we're losing that in this era. Like we don't have. I just can't wait for 10 years and I see a kid with 5 schools behind them on their wall. Like, where'd you graduate from, dog? Like. What boosters are you going to help get you a job later in life? What alumni? Yeah,
that's a really good point. So to the first part, the first question, it's difficult, of course, right? Because obviously we know where I went. I've made my decision. I stayed there, of course.
Sure.
But if I were to be back in that time, and of course, if money was being thrown at me, I'm not going to sit here. I wouldn't even lie to the athletic director right now at Wisconsin and say I would have stayed. Money changes many things, right? And so many decisions as well. So I probably would have had another sign behind me. For sure, because I was third string, right? I didn't play when we played against Ohio State when we were ranked. They were ranked number 1 in the country in 2010, and we beat them at Camp Randall. I didn't play one single snap that game. And I actually was thinking about at that time of transitioning to linebacker, because I have experience playing linebacker as well. And so again, I already had those thoughts of jumping to the other side of the ball. And so it may have changed things. So I probably would have had another sign behind me, but thank goodness I don't. Now to the other point that you made, that's unfortunate right now. That loyalty is gone. It's the amateurism is being stripped away quickly from the sport. And these guys, unfortunately, don't understand that. For someone like myself, right, there's no secret as to I struggled, of course, right? We don't have to get into it, but that did happen. And guess what I leaned on when that happened? Alumni. The Badgers, right? Yeah. They helped me. They helped to pick me off the ground, right? They were like, hey, we got your back. We got your back. Let's get you into treatment. Let's get you right. And some of these cats may not have that because they don't have that camaraderie, right? If they're jumping ship every year.
Nah, great point. I appreciate you sharing that, man.
Yeah.
That takes a lot. A lot of folks don't realize that. So that's a great point. Like that's why we at Smitty and I talk about it all the time with guests. We're like, man, there's no more like diploma or degree or any of that stuff mattering anymore. When we're at 4 and 5 schools, there's a kid entering his 7th school this year to me. And I'm just like, come on, man, that ain't teaching these kids. That ain't teaching nothing. That you staying there and alumni reaching out taught you something.
Yeah.
I don't. If you ran from that, now you still could be running. You could knock on wood, you're not. You still could be running. So I don't know.
And that's the thing as well too. And again, I don't. I'm not here to. And I'm not saying any of us are doing that, but of course, I would never tell a family and a kid that they shouldn't. Right? I don't know your financial situation. I don't know. if you want to be on that side of the country, whatever, right? There's many things I don't know. But to your point, it's that work for it, right?
Right.
Work for it. And that's one thing that I'm glad that I did. And of course I take that with me for the rest of my life, right? I was not satisfied with the way that I was playing. I was not satisfied with where I was at on the depth chart. And I had to look myself in the mirror and freaking work for it, right?
No doubt.
I had to grind for it. I had to figure out more ways to suffer, right? Because when you suffer, you gain things, right? So that's what it is, right? Who can suffer the best, the most, right? And still keep their head held high, right? Because the rewards are coming. The rewards.
Smitty, one thing, Smitty, I got to piggyback. Like, that's the greatest thing I've heard, because here's why I say all the time, like, we're so quick to jump ship. And what I've seen, and I got 20-something playing in the league right now, and I see what I talk to him about all the time. I'm like, if you would have left and the guy got hurt as he did, right, and you were in the portal and that kid went down, and now they go into the portal and get another kid when you could have been on the roster and stepped right in and played.
Right.
Does Monte Ball run for 1,900 yards and break it a Big Ten record?
Right, we don't know.
Like, do you get? Do these kids understand? Like, the kids don't get it, man. Like, there's an opportunity for everybody. If you're the guy, you're going to be the guy, regardless, and it's going to happen. And it's just going to take some tough skins, getting through some trials and tribulations, and all those things. These kids are so quick to jump ship now, and you'll never see the 1,900-yard season. So, like, that's all I'm saying. I love that take. To piggyback on that, Ashton Genty. Your name was in all these books all year long, and Ashton Genty was chasing, obviously, Barry Sanders, and then Monte Ball was in that discussion, breaking your record and all these things. Where you at with that record, and where you at with Ashton Genty's performance this year in college at a place like Boise?
Absolutely. So I had the opportunity, of course, to call out the Broncos draft pick, and once I got to the hotel, right, I was at the same hotel as the draft prospects, et cetera, et cetera. I was like, where is he at? I literally, as soon as I checked in, I was like, where is he at? I need to talk with this guy, and had the opportunity, of course, to chop it up with him, and a wonderful guy. Seriously, great head on the shoulders, family oriented as well. And of course, I think that just shows as well of his commitment, right? As what we're talking about, his commitment to, his family, et cetera, off the field. But of course, we saw that on the field. And so for me, I had the opportunity to chat with him. And of course, we talked about the record and stuff. And I was like, dude, if there was anybody that deserved it, it was you, for sure, how well you ran. And so I love the way that he performed right at Boise State. No secret to what he did. I was watching every single week, of course, and I truly was rooting for him to get the record. And my friends joke with me and say, no, you weren't. No, I really was. I really was, because he deserved it. And so the Raiders got themselves a good one.
And Smitty,
no, you're good.
Last thing, I got to ask you, Cam Newton and I both agree he should have won the Heisman.
Yes.
There's no question about it, in my opinion.
That trophy.
Should you have won the Heisman?
Yes, I should have. And I say that, and I'm a humble guy. All my interviews, you'll see I'm a humble guy, but I'm being real. I should have won that trophy. I had 2,000 plus yards from the line of scrimmage, 39 touchdowns, and a Big Ten champ. So we were champions of a Power 5 conference as well. What else can I do? What else can I do? And no shade at all to RG3, of course, right? Great dude. He had a phenomenal season as well. But again, running backs don't get the praise they deserve, because Melvin Gordon should have won the Heisman as well. 2,500 yards in one season, 30 plus touchdowns, finished second. Yeah. Come on. Ashton Genty. I mean, you're not going to see running backs put up stats like this. Well, myself plus the others I just named, those are anomalies, right? Those are outliers when it comes to having phenomenal seasons. You're not going to really see that again. So what more do you need to see from a running back for that trophy? Yeah. Come on.
That is true. And I feel like in your case, quarterbacks are always going to get like the extra points or whatever you want to call it, just for being a quarterback, right? And again, like, they're not taking nothing away from RG3, of course, but just beyond him, just in general, if a quarterback has a great season and a running back has a great season, even if their running back's individual season was greater, the quarterbacks don't probably get that nod, because again, we understand quarterback is probably the most important position on the field. We can all admit and agree to that. But when it comes to Heisman, though, it's supposed to be the best player. Forget everything else. His best player.
You want to know what the craziest part about it all too is? And again, I I don't lose sleep about this anymore, fellas, but the season that we just talked about, my 2011 season with Russell Wilson, 2,000 plus yards from line of scrimmage, 39 touchdowns, Big Ten champ. I didn't even win the Doak Walker Award that year.
Woo! Who won it that year?
Trent Richardson.
T-Rich. Now, Trent Richardson is a friend of the show. He comes on the show during the NFL.
He's a great dude. We follow.
I know. I'm just throwing it out there. But I hear you.
Yeah, zero bad blood there. Literally, we follow each other on social media. He's a great guy, but we're both competitors, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even win the best running back award that year.
I'm calling T-Rich right after that.
Was the stat line close, or was it?
I think he only had, not only, but
yeah.
He had 18 touchdowns, and about 1,700 rushing yards.
Ooh, some little SEC bias there, maybe.
Has to be, but no shade at all to T-Rich. Great dude, by the way, and he knows that too. He knows I'm a follower of his.
Yeah, it's all love. He's
as well.
Yeah,
but I was like, I didn't even win the running back award this year.
Dang, that is a little slap in the face, though, JB. Man. Let me ask you this, man. Kind of, I want to talk about the transition. You mentioned earlier. You said that Jonathan Taylor has had probably the best transition from Wisconsin to the NFL. Let me ask you this: what's the hardest part about that transition of being an all-time player, a great in college, and then finding your way in the NFL?
Yeah, just really quickly, I think to speak on my situation, I should have left my junior year. I stayed for my senior year, which was a mistake. I can say that now. I put more miles on my body. We go to the NFL. I tore my groin year 2, and my legs were like, we're done. So Jonathan Taylor, although he had 6,000 rushing yards, unbelievable in 3 seasons, right, at Wisconsin. For one, he does such a better job of taking care of his body. And 2, I think also he fell in the right system, right? Fell in the right system. So again, I'm not saying the other players are not taking care of their bodies, but I really watched him closely. And, the proof's in the pudding, right? I mean, this guy, of course, he suffered an injury in the NFL, which every player does, but he hit the ground running day 1 when he got to the Colts, right? And so that's all of us running backs. Of course, we were just with each other. And again, we're all still competitors, but we, of course, will state the obvious where it's like, all right, JT, you most definitely are that guy, that's come from Wisconsin as a running back that's literally putting up some great stats. I mean, he's going to be a Colts Hall of Famer for sure. NFL Hall of Fame, we'll see, but he's for sure going to be a Colts Hall of Famer.
Ring of honor. No, for sure, man. For sure. Another teammate of yours, or you mentioned loosely here, was Russell Wilson. Talk about, I guess, what it was like, playing alongside him, in Wisconsin. And then also, secondly, kind of expectations for him, as he's, with the Giants now.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when this cat came in, right, it was during the offseason, obviously, and we're like, hey, we're about to land this quarterback from NC State. He's got another year of eligibility. I'm like, what are we talking about? I'm like, I'm the guy. What are we talking about? I'm like, what's all
good? Just hand me the ball. We're good to go.
I'm like, what's all this media around this guy for? All jokingly, of course, but long story short, he comes in, we're all the guys in the locker room are watching this tape on YouTube. I'm like, all right, this guy can move and he can throw. He's got some arm strength to him. He comes in, man, and I mean, this guy, like a robot, and I say that in the nicest way, because as soon as he came in, he had the flashcards going, right, for the playbook. He was literally there super early in the morning, and truly, as cliche as it sounds, he was the last one to leave. He wanted to make a point, of course, but obviously he was still taking the time to watch more film. And that showed immediately. Once we had our first practice leading into training camp, I think we had like a little off, whatever we had. We had this, we watched him throw the football, and we were like, okay, yeah, we got a legitimate chance this year, a legitimate shot at the ship this year. And unfortunately, we go into the year, we get knocked out of the championship, of course, the Natty from a Hail Mary by Kirk Cousins, Michigan State.
Oh, yeah, that was that game.
And then the following week, Braxton Miller, Hail Mary, Ohio State. Looking at our DBs like, fellas, it's a team sport. I'm like, gosh.
Get the ball down.
But it was an honor, literally an honor to play alongside him, because not only did he teach me, of course, about how to carry yourself on the football field, but obviously, how do you carry yourself off the football field? A true professional, right? And then now with him being with the Giants, we'll see, right? That organization's got a lot of work to do from top to bottom. Every single person involved, of course, because we all saw what happened with Saquon and Daniel Jones, that decision-making process there. But I do think he has a legitimate shot. No matter what, there's still a lot of gas in his tank. I truly believe that.
Let me ask you, what year were you when he transferred there?
Yeah, he transferred to Wisconsin in 2011.
And then you were what?
I was a junior. Yeah, I was a junior. Yep.
So that was like the first real kind of like transfer portal, so to speak, grad transfer movement that we started to see. Was that news? Like, was that like kind of like a big deal? I remember I was at your guys' practice when you were practicing to play Oregon out here in Carson at the Home Depot Center. I was there. I was coaching in the thick of things, so I was at the practice. Yeah, it's crazy how time flies. And Russell was out there, and we were watching him, warm up and do other things, and we were all talking about that specific thing. Like, it was like crazy at that time.
Right.
Now it's full circle. Cats are transferring. It was one quarterback, USC kid, I think he's been to like 6 schools. But was that a big news thing then?
It was. And his story is just a little bit more different because he was drafted to play for the Rockies, right?
Oh,
In baseball. So right out here in Colorado, he was drafted to play, but decided to obviously, not go in that direction and go the football route. So again, it was just a lot of we were reading and seeing a lot during the time when he was transitioning or transferring over to us. But it was big news, right? Because he had some things, I guess, going on between him and NC State and didn't obviously want to, forego, I guess, or rather use his extra year of eligibility there. He wanted to leave and come to Wisconsin. And so we were blessed. Honestly, we needed a quarterback. And as the program goes, we continue to say we need a quarterback like Russell Wilson, but I think for the end of time, he will remain an anomaly. For Wisconsin program, that style of a quarterback. It's hard to recruit that type, right? It's difficult. We don't have receivers to get that quarterback. We don't have the quarterback to get the receivers, and so it's like this. It's challenging. It is.
Do you have, before you go, man? Again, thank you so much for hopping on here. Do you have any good Peyton Manning stories at all? With Tom DeMarco? I'm a Colts fan from Indianapolis. That's my GOAT. So any stories stick out?
I do, man. Real quick before I get to that, I just want to say, man, thank you both for as soon as the text came through, I was like, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
It's truly an honor. I really mean that.
Appreciate it.
As for Peyton, my goodness, man. I mean, I grew up a Broncos fan my whole life. Yes, he's a Colts. He's a Colt, but also a Bronco as well. But it was a dream come true, right, for me to literally play for my favorite team. And so once I got drafted, literally later that night, I got this long text, you're going to help us win a championship. So glad that we got you, yada, yada, yada. And at the end, it said Peyton Manning. I was like, ooh. I was like, Shaun, dude, Peyton Manning just texted me. I was like, I was playing him in a video game when I was like 12.
Right.
Crazy stuff. But the story I got for you real quick about him is, as we all see, we see a different side of him, right, on his SNL skits.
Yeah.
And so we would see that side of him all the time in the locker room. There was a switch, of course, as soon as we walked out of that locker room onto the practice field. It was the sheriff, but a really quick joke that he would do all the time, and he got me pretty good. Him and Wes Welker, actually. Okay. So I come in from practice, all the regular routine, what guys do, right? We sit by a locker, we still got our shoulder pads on and stuff, and looking at our cell phones, right? Catching up on texts, et cetera, et cetera. All of a sudden, I see Wes Welker and him snickering, like some schoolgirls in the corner, like just snickering and laughing and looking at me, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? What's going on? They're like, turn around. So I turn around, and right here, there are some panties in my locker. And there was a brown, streak in the middle of
what?
It was Hershey's that they used, but again, when I turned around, it was like that close to my face because my cell phone was, for some reason I didn't see it, but long story short, I turn around and it's right there, and those two were just cracking jokes, laughing, and they got somebody else. But I mean, Other than that, there are some other stories that we can share offline, but
I get it. I know.
That's Peyton Manning, though, man. That's come on now, right? Getting drafted and playing side by side with Peyton in a Super Bowl. There's nothing like it.
Let me ask you something real quick. Like, what do you see so far, like the game, like compared to like your first introduction to the NFL? You get in there.
Yeah.
I think your debut was like an 8-carry night, and you blow out the Ravens. What's the biggest difference you see nowadays with the running back position? And then what is it like, just far as like the rigor and what are you blocking and every down backs and all the different things that you've seen, and then kind of the decline, right? Like we see that we're drafting we're drafting rookies, we're not paying them, we let them go, we'll draft a new rookie. It was different back in your era. Kind of, they wanted a guy that's 300 carries a year type of guy. What's changed in your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, you fellas get it, right? Back then, of course, one thing that rookies, of course, got to understand is D linemen are very fast in the NFL. That position, in my opinion, other than quarterback, of course, but that position for sure, you see the biggest jump in athleticism. Like, it's unbelievable. From D-line in college to D-line in the NFL, these cats are running 4.5s and 4.6s in the NFL at D-line. Unreal speed. And so for me, that was a challenge, of course, going from a power style offense to a zone offense, but now also having these speedster D linemen, right?
Yeah.
In a zone offense, right? Trying to go against them in a zone scheme. So that was
Monte, I gotta stop you. I'm sorry. Something's up.
What's up?
What happened?
Oh,
what's going on, baby?
You got what's going on, bro?
Hey, I told T-Rich to come in like this.
Monte, I ain't gonna lie, I had no idea this was happening. I was just as confused as you.
I told you, there's zero bad blood. Then T-Rich, I hope you know that as well.
Hey,
dog.
T-Rich, basically Monte said he deserved the damn running back of the year award, and somebody got it. Named T-Rich.
Hey, you know what, man? That year was so tough for us because he had, 35, 38 touchdowns?
39.
39. Like, and he did some amazing stuff, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was one of those things where it could have went to either one of us, even with the Heisman. Like, when we said it, like, we both pointed at each other when they asked who should win the Heisman, because, like, what he was doing, it ain't never been done before. I don't care what level it was on, it was never been done before.
Now, was there some SEC bias?
Be real.
I think with the SEC at the time, man, we had so many guys that could, to be one of those top guys. And at the time, I was just at the top, man. And it was one of those things where, like, we was at the top, and not only I was at the top of the mountain when it came to that, but he was at the top of the mountain when it came to the yards. Right. And it's hard to compete with that, especially when it came to yards and touchdowns. It's just a different conference, man. And so when you got the SEC, man, you got to think about, like he said, when he was talking earlier, man, you had guys. Nowadays, you got guys that's running 4.3s now, right? To my line, but at the time, we had guys that was 390, 360, running 4.6s, 4.7s, and at the time, like it was crazy, man. And so I think what you did though, bro, is amazing.
No, man, I appreciate it, and I most definitely want to highlight what he said as well too, right? The respect is there, and the respect has always been there, right? I said I'm still a follower of him on social media and a supporter of what he's doing. But at the time, of course, as he mentioned, even at the Heisman, when they asked us who should win it, I pointed at him, he pointed at me. Yeah. Because, again, we just got that respect for running backs, of course, right? And I will say, right, I'm Big Ten biased, obviously, Big Ten biased, but SEC there's some dogs. There's some dogs in the SEC at the positions. And so,
but it was crazy that year, man, because we had Michael James in there too at the same time. So
right.
Like, it wasn't the fact that he was just putting up numbers. Like Michael James was doing it too. So like what he was doing, like Michael James wasn't even in a battle at the time. That was the crazy thing about it, right? And he had won it the year before.
Yeah.
And so like true. Yeah, just seeing all that unfold, man, like I was just happy to be a part of, man, especially like I developed a relationship with those guys, and those guys, Honey Badger. You know, it come to find out he don't even like to be called Honey Badger. You know what I'm saying? Like, we spent time with each other, family at that time, man. And so, man, you know, even in that, man, like, you know, respect to your family, bro, especially your dad, man. That's always been my guy. Your mom always been a sweetheart, man.
You
Listen,
too, man.
I'm just proud of, you know, everything you done came through, man, to keep fighting, man, to keep, you know, representing, bro.
You too, bro. Honestly, I not just saying this because you're now. You probably heard it earlier, right? Zero, literally didn't even have bad blood after we left that ceremony, right? Because I'm like, you know, he's a dog. He's a dog. And then I remember when we got in the car, and you were like, Monte, you leaving? And I was like, I was like, oh, I should have left. I made a mistake and should have left. But
hey, I told his ass to get up out of there. I said, hey,
he did.
Got 39 touchdown, bro. Yeah, you might.
39 touchdown, right? I ain't gonna get it. It's hard to do better than that.
Yeah, let's go on, get up out of there. We can come in this thing together. Let's go on and get up out of there.
Man. Seriously. But no, honestly, I just want to say it again. Yeah, a lot of respect. And as I said before you hopped on, a lot of respect for the way T Rich ran that ball.
I tried to throw it under the. I tried to get you on there, man. T's my dog. I was like, man, hey, man, can you come in with like a face? Because, you know, T Rich come in here. We always, you know, talk shit. So we had to do it, man. Nah, Monte, I can't
question though. Better running backs, Big Ten or SEC?
Where'd he go? Why did he left too? He said better. All right, here's the question. There has to be a little bit more.
Man.
Hey, he got that W behind him though.
Yeah, don't sleep on that West Coast. I see that W and that football back there.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's like you said, it's all right.
T Rich, man. Hey, T Rich, you head coach on that over here?
Yeah, I can't say. I can't say much. I can't say much.
I'll get y'all later.
Love you, T Rich. Love you, dog. Hopefully everything's well. I'll hit you later.
All right, T Rich, dog. Yeah.
Hey, Monte, man, I can't thank you enough, man. It's been a pleasure. It's fun as hell. That's our dog. He comes on during the football season every week. We got to try to get you on as well, man, as the show continues to grow. Tell everybody what you got going right now in the fire.
Yes, sir. So for me right now, doing some philanthropic work right now that I'm actually very excited for. And so I have it posted on my IG. We're revamping the website now, but Vivo, Colorado. So we're building recovery high schools, fellas. Right, for families. And so we're going to have the opportunity to build our second one here soon. Of course, we're going to get started here soon, and that is geared to go to open up next year in the fall. And then the third one will be in Colorado Springs. So there'll be 4 here actually in Colorado. And then we will be taking off to Missouri as well. And so very excited to take this nationally, but something I'm passionate about, right? Just allowing for families, once their kiddo gets out of treatment, we will have an option for them, of course, right? This alternative schooling that they can utilize if they want. And we do enrollment all year round. So we can uproot a kid from their current school and get them into our chartered school in a week.
Nice.
That's amazing, man. Shout out to you, what you're doing.
Shout out to you, man. Kudos.
Make sure everybody support any way you can. Follow Monte on all social media. And man, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
No,
man, good luck to you, brother. Much success, man. And hopefully we get you back on, man. Appreciate you and everything you're doing.
I would love to join. I'd love to hop on plenty of times. Let's do it.
No doubt. All right, Monty. Take care, brother. Appreciate you. Take care.
Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up.
Clap it up, man. Shout out to everybody popping in, man. I had to pull that off on you. I told Bailey, don't even tell Smitty. I was gonna have T-Rich come in like, He was having a problem getting in. He was gonna come right on.
Of course he does. He is.
Yeah. Then he came out clean. That was like the clearest he's ever looked.
It was no sound issue. It was
he had the phone the wrong way though.
We'll take it. For social, you can still chop it up a little bit. It actually works better for social, probably. So we'll be all right. But good. Good job, JB.
You and Paris do it then.
I'm not doing social for this show. I'm just straight talent for this show. I do social so much for everything else I do, for Speak, for this show. For this show, I want to be treated as talent. And that's all I want. I want to act for stuff, and I get that stuff. I want snacks and drinks. I want just certain things just be there. So 9:04. So any other topic we didn't get to, we'll say for tomorrow. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. And man, any closing comments, Jason?
Make this a thumbnail tomorrow.
We agree we're not doing any more topics on this person anymore to the season.
Make this a thumbnail tomorrow. Fuck that.
Nah, we got NFL games or NBA playoff games today.
Fuck. I definitely didn't want this motherfucker wearing my number, man.
Your number.
Fuck.
Ain't no one ever looked at number 12 and said it's a JB's number, homie. You ain't put in enough work with the 12 on, homie. You ain't put enough work in with that 12 on, homie. That's Tom Brady and Shador Sanders' number. Yes, Jason, last thing.
I actually got a check with the NFL name on it. Has he?
He will very soon.
He's gonna be cut, homie.
Number one rookie jersey.
Make this a thumbnail tomorrow, homie. I'm out.
Peace.
This the real JB. You better find it real quick.